Hello. Can you all see me? Can you all hear me? My God, what's this? Lockdown number 3. Shiting hell, who's in the chat? When I look over this way, I'm just checking my laptop, as you already probably know, because on the laptop I just can see the chat comments, loads more. Hi Ellie, how you doing? Hi Alex, you okay? Hi Dakota. Hi Lewis. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, see me fine, and everything else, please just whack it in the comments so I know. A couple of minutes past when I actually scheduled the live, but I wanted a fag. Hey, that's it. Comments are coming through now. Oh, so Ellie's got a Smithy mail. What? Is that sub at all? Juvie. Hi, Ben's Pets. Dakota, we are in lockdown. It's a bit of a funny lockdown, though, because the construction industry can still stay open. So at the moment, I'm actually in work still. So fingers crossed that carries on. But Dakota, yeah, we've got what they're calling an English variant, which is quite contagious. Not quite as contagious as a South African one, but this one apparently you don't need so many particles to enter your body to be able to pick it up, which is flipping scary. And this lockdown and over the last couple of weeks, more and more people that I know have been coming down with COVID, which is just it's getting close to home. Do you know what I mean? Making it so real. Hi, Jinx Exotics. Hi, mate. Ooh, subadult. Nice, Ellie. Is everybody else, are you guys still in work? What's going on? I've just waxed my tosh. Look at that. And it looks awful. I've got this bit going down there, and this one's going down that way. This one's going off this way. Man. And my lip feels like I've dipped it in candle wax or something. So, as I said, if you want the link to join the chat, just say so. Come join, come say hello, come show off some of your little animals, whatever you fancy doing. If you want to ask me any questions, go ahead, and we'll just see what's going to happen. But today's chat is basically just fuck COVID. I've had enough of COVID. I've had enough of fucking hearing about the fucking shit, lockdown and everything. I've just fed up a bit, man. So Dakota says, I heard that the strain is more contagious but less deadly. Yes, that is true, mate. That is true. Apparently, well, one of my friends came down with it, or their partner. So I phoned him up, and she was basically just saying it was just like a cold. She just got a cold, so she went got a self test, and yeah, come back positive. But she's picking up, and she's had it for about 5 or 6 days. So, but that's not to say that it could get aggressive in somebody. You know what I mean? Send me a link, pop on, join for a bit, mate. Agreed, Scott. Ooh. What am I doing? Need some mods just in case. There we go. Job done. So has anybody been affected by this lockdown, or is anybody going to be affected by this lockdown? I mean, Layla, her school's going to stay open for vulnerable children. Make of that what you think, and children of key workers. So if I stay working, she can go to school, but we've chosen not to even think about it. The little dude though, Leo, our middle one, he started nursery yesterday. With his mum was there for an hour, and now today he's gone to nursery. Turned round, just ran into nursery, and left his mum. And his mum, she got to leave him there for 3 or 4 hours today, which was absolutely fantastic. Oh, join, yeah, sweet as. Hold on, Alex's world. I'm gonna get Ellie on here first, just purely because I'm quite good friends with Ellie, and she's a Manusive supporter. So just sent her the link. Boom. What I'll do is I'll get Ellie on for a bit, and then we'll add another one. We'll swap it around, swap and change it. Guys, if you've got children, it's probably best that that they're not around for this live, because there's going to be swearing, there's going to be adult conversation, there's going to be a whole lot of fucking piss taken. Mainly of you lot, of me more than likely, as per fucking normal. Hold on, we have a guest. Who is this guest? Add that to stream. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Frustrated about this new lockdown. I think it could have been avoided if he'd have acted a bit sooner.
Oh, it's a piss take.
Hey, there's Spider Mum. Hi, Spider Mum.
Hi, Spider Man.
Again, if you've got a YouTube channel, just quickly pop in the comments me, just so everybody knows that you've got a YouTube channel. Anybody that says me, please make sure you subscribe to them. Oh, we've got Hadders coming on as well. All right, Hadders.
Right, mate.
How's it going?
All right, yeah, it's a bit dark in here.
Ellie, do you know Hadley? Hadley, do you know Ellie?
Possibly a little bit.
Yeah, a little tiny bit. Yeah.
So for anybody that's watching the stream that's wondered who this big bold bloke is that's just popped on the stream, that is Hadley from Fantastic Tarantulas. And he breeds some super rare shit, so make sure you go pop out his web, check out his website.
Yeah, just fine. Some sacks today, actually. Dictator sack.
Oh, nice.
Dictator. Yeah. And of course, Brupez slings molted today. So, molted slings.
When they go going up on the side?
Be about 10 days, 12 days, something like that. Before they're ready.
Nice.
I lost a load though. I had 2 sacks, maybe 400 plus nymphs. I've probably got, I don't know, 50 to 70 left. All died. I think due to a little bit too high humidity. They were in a 12-ounce deli cup with a stocking and over water, you know. I think the humidity was a bit high, maybe. So I put them in a cricket box with damp tissues. Seems to be working better.
You see, now listening to that, it's like, you know, it's like anybody in the comments, you know, Hadley is a very experienced geezer when it comes to breeding the spiders. So, and that's an experienced breeder there telling you that he's had a couple of sacks that have not come through. So I've had the same. I've had sacks that ain't produced. I've had, you know, dry sacks and all sorts. It's all a learning curve. So never be put off. Just keep going and going, don't you, Hadders?
Yeah, mate, just got to keep going and keep trying again. That's the first time I've bred Brupez, obviously, because they're very new to the hobby. There's not many people bred them yet. But everybody I know that has bred them have all had the same problem with the nymph dying. So hopefully, but some sacs being infertile, so the sac and you've got eggs, they don't develop very well, or the eggs with legs die, or the nymphs die, or you know, you can have all of them get to slings, and you're like, yeah, they're all brilliant, and then the slings start dying. You know, there's just so much that can go.
Well, when you first get into the hobby, you're sort of young in your spider life. You just think it's that easy, don't you? You just think, oh, I'll put female, male, boom, there we go, got our babies. And then you start working out that like you need a mature male, and then you start thinking about all these different temperatures and humidity levels that you need as well. You know, things that you just would never ever have thought of when you first started. Hadley's disappeared. Hadley literally lives out in the middle of nowhere, and his internet and Wi-Fi is absolutely shockingly shit. All right, so on that note, he's going to be popping back.
Internet, mate, is not very good.
I know you got shit internet. We got Nicky's in the chat. Hi, Nicky. Zombie Darkblade. Hi, Zombie Darkblade. Hi, Alex's World. I think I said hello to everybody else. I hope I have.
Nicky Poo. It's Nicky Poo on there.
It's Nicky Poo. Hi, hon.
No, it's Nicky Extra is the new name.
Extra what?
Nicky Extra. Just extra.
Nicorette Nicky.
Nicky Extra. Everything's extra.
Yeah, Ben's Pets just said he's constantly worried about his hernia sac. You do, yeah, that first sac. I mean, my first sac was no BT. It was dry and everything was absolutely knackered. But you spend most of your time literally staring at that one sac, don't you?
Yeah. But you can mess it up by messing about with it too much, you know. Leave it. Cover it over. Just make sure all spiders really with about egg sacs. You know, it's after the rainy season, so the ground is a bit more humid, and you know you need to overfill the water bowl. You know, some of them need it really wet, like Saba Blue, for instance. I had to put 2 inches of water in the bottom of her cork tube. You know what I mean? So she's living in a swimming pool, really, at the bottom of her tube before she'd lay. Do you know what I mean? So you imagine the humidity in there. You know, they live in the rainforest, don't they? Most of them. Huh?
Dakota's just asked what the largest tarantula collection is. Dakota, it's an LP. And she was big, and now she molted out about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Now she's minute.
Yeah, mine's Xenesis Black Blue, my biggest, I think. So
what yours, Ellie?
Same as you, Scott, but mine's a male.
A male LP.
I got a male LP, yeah, but it's not molted out mature yet.
Mind
you, the amount of slings now is just like shocking.
Yeah, I wouldn't breed LPs. No.
Not unless you've got an outlet for them all. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're worth doing, because even at 25 pence each or whatever, you know, if you have 2,000 slings, it still works out as a decent payout, like. But it's just a lot of messing about with them, like. Do you know what I mean? So, and yeah, you need an outlet. You know, if there's been 2 or 3 sacks of LPs done that year, then you're probably better off not breeding it.
There was last year, weren't there? 2 or 3 done.
Yeah. And then, like, it depends.
They are literally the king. They are. An LP is the king of the mystery box. You buy a mystery box, you're going to get an LP.
I was always filled up with bloody Nando's constantly. I only ever had one baby LP, like given to me as a freebie, and I must have had about 30 Nando Chromatics.
Yeah, it's because Nando Chromatics are another one that will have a
They have
lot of eggs.
A lot of offspring, yeah. Yeah, Rufus is my Slingbox go-to at the moment. So I've got loads of them.
Loads of Rufus. Rufus is a beautiful spider, though.
Yeah, I know. They just so many egg sacs. You know, I've just pulled another one as well. I've got a load of nymphs in the incubator.
I don't know if anyone on the chat have seen the picture of a big fat bald ugly bloke with a load of spiders behind him.
Still got, I think, 120 slings for the last egg sac. And I've got.
Have you? You keep going quiet, Adders.
What's that?
You keep going quiet.
Yeah,
Your
internet, mate.
You're gonna have to get a new aerial.
Yeah. It's because I'm out in the country, mate. You know.
I know. Yeah, country bumpkin. We're gonna have to come and fit you like a massive satellite dish pointing straight up.
I used to have one. The crap.
Ben T. albopolosis, LPs and OBTs and mystery box spiders. Yeah, they are the mystery box favourites.
Still can't see me.
Dale says it's your biceps blocking the signal, Hadders.
Yeah. Yeah, no more gym now, though, mate. I'm gutted. I really am.
It's safety, though, isn't it? Safety first, though, dude.
Yeah. I suppose. All right, then,
you can't pump weights if you're dead.
Hey?
Can't pump weights if you're dead.
No. I think I've already had the virus anyway. I think I had it when I come back from Denmark.
Do you know what? We said that. We reckon we had it Christmas 2019.
Yeah. My mate up in Scotland's got it now, yeah. All of his family have got it, yeah, and all of his relatives that he's seen over Christmas, they've all got it, yeah. And he said he was very disappointed, actually, anticlimactic of how he felt. He just said he felt a bit rough. And that was it. Not really rough. He said he's had flu that's been worse. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, you see, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know
what the old people.
His missus has got it, right, and she was saying like it's not that bad. She was feeling loads better after literally like 4 or 5 days. Yeah. But then I've got my other friend. His partner's sister's husband's got it, and he's seriously ill. Seriously ill.
Has he got underlying health conditions?
Nope.
No. Yeah.
Resistant bands are brilliant to maintain what you have, Hadley, says Dale. No, he's not got underlying health problems. It's just, it's one of them. You're either lucky or you're unlucky with this thing, aren't you?
Yeah. You don't know what strain it is either, do you? So you don't know.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, this new one in the UK, they reckon that's extremely contagious, but they also reckon we do a lot of testing for different variants of COVID, which a lot of other countries don't do as much testing for that. That's why we've spotted it first. But the South African one is supposed to be even more contagious.
Yeah.
And worse, affects you a lot worse than our new variant.
Yeah. I know, it's a bit crap, isn't it, mate? Really.
The thing that's scary is they say tiny particles in the air, right? That's all you need to catch this new variant. So if somebody's smoking a vape on the other side of the road and you smell it, you only smell it because the particles that have been in their lungs have then transferred to the side of the road. Do you know what I mean? And that is some distance we're traveling, and that is literally how this is getting around. It's getting scary. Dakota said it's pretty bad here in the States. What's happening in the States now, Dakota? Are you having a lockdown, or what's happening? Dale says get some resistant bands, Hadley. Maintain what you have.
Yeah. To be fair, the last lockdown, I did a 20-hour fasting diet and lost 9 kilo. Didn't lose any mass. And when I got back in the gym, I was pretty strong. Just carried on straight away with what I was doing before. Same weights and everything. So I find it a little hard at home though, training, doing stuff at home. I just haven't got the motivation at home. When I get in the gym, I like to get on all the big machines and whack the plates on, and it's not the same, But 6 weeks, drop some fat, see how we get on, get ripped a bit.
So when I was training and I was doing the 140 bench presses and all the rest of it, the gym for me was absolutely addictive. Home training, which I had a multi-gym at home, and I had weights up to 120, but I hardly ever bothered. I just sold it in the end.
Yeah, it's not the same, is it, mate? It's not the same.
No. And when you've got 140, even if you can bench it 10 times and it's no worries, you still need a spot just purely because of that much weight on you.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, because anything can go, can't it? You're doing that much weight.
Nikki Poo's off. She's going to go because the meds are kicked in.
Huh?
Nikki's meds are kicked in, so she's going to go bed.
Okay, darling.
Have a lot.
See you later, Nikki Extra. I wish I had some meds. Could do some meds.
Yeah. Cheers for popping on, Nikki.
Lockdown meds be good.
Lockdown meds. We're still my place. We're still working. I was speaking to the manager today, and he says, "Well, the lockdown's till mid-February, so he doubts if anybody's going to be on furlough." But out of my depot, there's 3 of us, and one of us is already self-isolating.
Yeah.
And the other guy, he wants to go on furlough, so I think I'm probably going to be working the whole lot. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'm just hoping now we lock down, and I can't be doing what I was doing before. Just going to have to concentrate on the spiders, all of my Arpactia, all the African stuff, I paired in June, July, August, September. Just got the first sack now, so hopefully, they'll all start dropping. Paul Cripps, Namaquensis, Dictator, Terranoculus, Zimbabwe, all of it, so hopefully a bumper egg sack little season over lockdown be nice to keep you going.
Shall we?
Yeah, something to do in it, and have all the Asian stuff, all that's ready to drop now as well.
Oh, flaming out! You are going to be busy.
Hoping the Ho Chi Minh DCF will drop. Not an easy spider to breed. Very hard,
I've got my Alpha Napauna Semini waiting to either drop or molt. But I'm not too bothered either way. She's got a bare bum and she's got really fat, so assuming it's going to be a molt. But who knows?
Did she molt before? When did she molt before you paired her?
Oh, probably about 2-3 months before pairing.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. It's a young female or a good adult female.
The female's beast. She's all right. Just fingers crossed. The male was a bit poo. They mated a few times and she munched him.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, it's like when they
get your period here on the desk, mate. My next live, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the separate camera in. So there's going to be 2 screens for me. So one screen will be the P Heradio, one screen will be me. But that's for the next live for definite. I'll tell you what I have got just here though. Ellie's got one of these as well.
Where are you from, Ellie?
Wales.
Wales. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
you
pretty.
fucking it out. Mine's still hiding.
Always covered in dirt.
Does yours actually sit in the water dish and kick all the water out and fill it back up with dirt?
Yeah. Yeah. This one fills up the water dish, piddles on me and everything.
Oh, mine pissed on me.
You want one of these headers. If you get too many feeders, these will munch everything.
I can't get enough feeders, mate. I have to keep buying them in all the time.
Sorry?
I said I can't get enough feeders. I use them all.
What are you keeping yours in, Scott?
He's gone back. Dakota says, hey Scott, if you want to look for your scorpions, use a black light, it makes them glow. Yeah, black light, UV light. Layla's got a little UV pen and she was doing it. She got it with her Harry Potter's diary thing.
No, it's Tom Riddle's.
Tom Riddle's diary, yeah, but from Harry Potter though. But there is a little theory that says they don't know whether the UV light, when they glow, actually hurts the scorpion or not. I can remember they were still doing research into that because they didn't have a clue, did they? They couldn't say anything.
I don't know nothing about scorps, mate. Me.
Ellie, you found out that your P ornator jumps.
Ah?
It jumps. Well, it was jumping really wildly earlier. I went to feed it and it was just jumping from one side of the box to the other, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like a crazy ass little, I don't even know what.
Ooh, Alex's Animal World. Does anyone else keep the frogs or the toads? Oh, yes. Got leopard frogs, got Pac-Man frog, got the fire-belly toads, got the cane toad that you've just seen, got the southern toad, and then another amphibian that we've got is the salamandra, which is the fire-belly salamander.
No Coventry toads.
You're looking at one. Right. I'm going to wash my hand because it's been around the toad, and toads have got like poison glands at the back of the necks and behind their eyes, and I don't fancy getting a poorly belly. Also got two burrowing frogs, but I forget the common name for those now. The scientific name for those now. Sorry.
You should know that.
What?
Huh? You should know it, Scott.
Hey Bondi. Hey everyone. Shout out to West Wales. I know I should, but it's like the leopard frogs. The leopard frogs, there's that many the mixes in their genus, you can't actually say which ones these are at the moment, which is difficult. So still trying to find out. But I'll have to put a post onto YouTube and see if anybody can correctly identify them. But they're crazy little bastards. They are. They go anywhere near them and they're jumping up and down. I put a lovely little plant in with them and they've destroyed it twice.
Yeah. Yeah, same with spiders, mate. You know, I've given up doing enclosures that look nice with all the stuff in and that. Like, I just have a bit of devil's ivy and some moss, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? They just destroy it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people go for what's aesthetically pleasing, what looks good for them.
Don't work with breeding anyway.
And forget, if the spider's comfortable, then you bang on, ain't you?
Yeah, it don't work with breeding anyway. You're better off with a box of dirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
what does annoy me is when you got fossorials and people keep them on like shallow slopes, or they only keep them in 4 or 5 inches of dirt, and you think, mate, these burrow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, my crane Kraken she's on 18 inches of substrate, and she has gone right down to the bottom.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, I use the cereal tubs for all my fossorial stuff. So, but some stuff like Barupes, they're like a fossorial / terrestrial spider. You know, they will burrow if there's dirt there, but to get them to lay an egg sac, use a 9-litre rub. You know, and they lay in that under a piece of cork. So
crazy.
Yeah. Just going for a slash, man.
No worries. And Alex's World says, are Pac-Man frogs easy to keep? I'm doing my research on them. Just want to know if they are easy to look after. Keep them damp, mate. Feed them. You can't really go wrong, but just make sure you put enough substrate in for them to burrow. They burrow down and they keep their little eyes just above the soil. But it is important to get a clean-up crew in there because they eat a hell of a lot. Therefore, their waste is a hell of a lot. And you will need to be cleaning some of their poo out every now and again. But they seem to grow, and then they go fat that way. Do you know? They kind of go plump like a fat dinner plate. But Pac-Mans are absolutely gorgeous.
Hello, Ben.
Hello.
Hi, Ben.
How are you? Is my mic working?
It's working.
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I am quite a fan of the Pac-Mans. I've only got the one at the moment. We're hoping to get maybe a couple more this year at some point. But they are relatively easy to look after. They don't really move much. So don't be expecting to get a Pac-Man frog and be jumping around in an enclosure. That ain't going to happen.
Yeah, the Pac-Mans are quite prone to neurological issues, though, just from a lot of inbreeding.
Inbreeding and then crossbreeding.
Yeah.
But same like, because with Pac-Mans, it's very much like snakes. They will breed them to get the certain colours and the certain morphs. So they can carry those issues.
Yeah, and there's lots of different species which people don't realise. Like, there's the Cranwelli, which is the Cranwells, but there's lots of different, in particular, species.
I think the amphibians in general are quite interesting.
Yeah, they are.
Salamander.
Yeah, they're all cool, mate, in their own way, aren't they? Huh?
Eh?
They're all cool in their own way.
Yeah, definitely.
Every animal's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just all us lot seem to go for what the general public would see as being a animal or an insect. Do you know what I mean?
We're all weirdos, mate. That's why. You know.
Sorry.
It's because we're all weirdos.
Yeah. Fucking too right.
Yeah.
Right. Asian says I keep an Asian paint bullfrog at the moment and millipedes. I'm just adding stuff to my collection. I like the look of a Pac-Man. Just doing my research first. Fair enough. Get that research in. Can't go wrong. A load of research can't go wrong.
The painted bullfrogs are basically the same as a Pac-Man frog anyway. They're just the Asian species.
the fantasy ones they're all hybrids.
There, and then they have quite a lot of neurological issues as well.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah,
You know, you look at something like morning geckos, and morning geckos, there isn't actually any males, so they just literally do a clone of themselves, and they're completely fine. Yeah,
yeah.
you come to anything else, and they need fresh DNA of the same species.
I was reading something really weird about Komodo dragons, Varanus
They do the
komodoensis.
same, but they produce. They only give birth. They only lay a male.
Yeah,
And
which
the
is
theory
so.
behind that is because if the Komodo dragon population gets low, a female will drop an egg. It will only be male, and then in the future, that male would then reproduce with its mother.
Yeah, because
There's also retic that's done it, and there's a certain type of shark that does it as well.
yeah, it's smart though because it's different to. It just means that, well, with morning geckos, because they are all exact clones, one virus can wipe them out. But because, let's say, there's only females in one area, they can still reproduce, but also diversify the gene pool as well.
Now, I was listening to a lady that studies these, and she was saying like, okay, if one virus can wipe a colony out, but they can also occupy an area really, really quickly, in the same way bees do.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why Komodo dragons can't do it exactly like that is because they're only really found in Indonesia and it's only on a small island, Komodo Island. So it would be
Hi,
ineffective.
Richard. Northern Exotics is online, so if none of you know who that guy is, make sure you subscribe.
Who?
Northern Exotics, Richard.
Richard. All right, Richard.
I'm glad he came back to. I'm glad Hugo come back to you, Rich.
Yeah,
But he says he's in work, so on and off for a bit.
Yeah, I've got a load of messages, mate, with sales. I've got to go for a bit. So, what time are you on
All
till?
right, there's no worries. Thanks for popping on, Adders. Appreciate your time, mate.
No problem, mate. I'll speak to you on Messenger or something. Yeah.
Yeah, man. After this lockdown, if the kebab place opens, we'll have to go
Yeah,
smash a kebab.
yeah, I'll be there, mate. I'll be there. Big kebab.
Big fat kebab.
Yeah.
Oh, no worries, Adders. Take care.
All right, mate. Catch you later, guys. Yeah.
All right. So Richard has just said, "Cheers, mate. He's a shit now. Bit me yesterday. Trust has gone with him." Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I haven't really got much. I haven't got any experience really with reptiles to your level, obviously. But I should imagine, with something like Hugo, Boss Monitor, do you build up trust with an animal like that over 6 months, 3 months, a year, and then can something as devastating as that really destroy that trust as that much?
it's like, yeah, the thing is with Varanus is if you look at them funny, it's weird. They're so clever that a little bit of mishandling and trust is completely gone. They will see you as a threat.
I'm just
can't
trying
go
to work out if this year I could possibly get a couple of reptiles, because I had my geckos and the blizzard gecko that you've seen on the channel. They come from Richard, but I'm just trying to work out if I've got time to do all the inverts, as well as maybe a snake or two, maybe another lizard, as well as a family and as well as a job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Because I don't want to
yeah.
just get one and then go, oh shit.
I think it will ultimately fall on what kind of one you get.
Because lizards need a lot more maintenance than snakes, I've found.
That's exactly my point. I think you both know that I want a hognose, so the hognose will come.
Hognose is all wicked.
rear-fanged, venomous.
Yeah,
You see, when I first started looking at the snakes, it was just the big snakes, the big boys have never done it for me. You know, the big retex, the big pythons,
yeah,
they've never really done it for me. I do prefer the smaller fat ones. Although the royal, is it the ball pythons, the royals?
yeah, yeah.
I do like the look of those. But yeah, you can tell that I don't know nothing about them, can't you? But the hog noses, they do look absolutely gorgeous.
See, it's weird for me because I have quite a diverse taste in snakes. I really like royals, North American colubrids, and boas, but really, yeah, because I've got an Amazon tree boa, a garter, a royal, a hognose, and a BCI. Well, they're
I
called
mean,
BIs now.
the snake that I'd really like would cost me that much money. It'd be unreal because I would need a DWA, and that is the Ripsaw.
Oh yeah, the for me,
I see.
it would be
If you ever seen a documentary or a video on those guys, it's they literally they curl up in a ball when they're ready to strike, but the whole body looks like it's moving.
oh
It's
the death
bizarre.
adders. Yeah,
Yeah, that's another common name for them. Yeah, death adders.
Vitus something or the other.
But like I said, the DWA for one of them would just be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's like I think the DWA is £360 in Coventry, and then on top of that, obviously you need your vet bills as well,
yeah. Because
and then
well,
the cost of the animal as well.
with DWA inverts, it's just a different thing because you obviously don't need a vet bill or a vet check because they're just gonna die.
No, you
In
have to have the vet come round, Ben. You have to have the vet come round.
yeah, but
Hopefully,
like
they said what the DWA say is preferable if the vet has experience in the animal that you're keeping. But the vet will come round and he'll check your equipment and check your setup.
yeah, but then most vets still don't know the actual animal, so it's just like saying, yeah, this
Yeah,
looks
exactly.
fine.
Exactly.
Because it's all good and well if you want a it's all good and well if you want a rattlesnake because they'll know what they're talking about to make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, the more
But
popular animals, the more ones that have been sort of exploited on TV and what have you, yeah, they are going to know those. But when it comes to inverts,
yeah,
nah.
uh, what Richard just
Ben,
said,
he wants a mangrove.
the mangrove snakes are gorgeous. Boiga melanota. They've been on my list for a while.
What do they look
They're,
like?
they're, they're rear fang venomous, and they are the most dangerous snake you can own in the UK without a DWA license. They grow up to about 8 feet, very much a look and don't touch animal.
Just responding back to a personal message. Go back to the comments. Richard, if you mangrove, speak to Pete Blake. I had a mangrove and a cat eye. That's from Dale. Yeah, because I think Dale had you had the DWA, didn't you, Dale, for the snakes? I
Dale,
think it's different.
is that Boiga cyanea, the cat eye, or is it the Madagascarophis, the Madagascan cat eye? Because there's so many different cat eye snakes.
Yeah, snakes is definitely some Madagascar, he says.
They're wicked. A local shop to me has them in.
The vine snakes look pretty interesting.
Oh
Boreal.
yeah, yeah. I love arboreal snakes. The yeah, especially things like the mangrove because they're gorgeous. They look how they act. But
There is a few other inverts I wouldn't mind getting though, first before the snakes.
yeah, I'd like obviously the Scolopendra galapagoensis because I'm just getting into my centipedes at the moment.
They're like 300 quid. I've been
Yeah,
thinking
they
about
are
one of them for, God, about a year, and I just keep going. Nah.
Yeah,
Northern
and
Exotic says, I don't think Peter has mangroves anymore. He was with him last week.
yeah, but this year I think I need to get myself a female leopard gecko and a female checkered garter snake. No, a male checkered garter even.
Ooh. Ben's pets is Ben's reptile breeder.
Yeah,
Ellie, you got a cat on your head.
They're not quite on my head. They're just fine.
It looked like he was walking on your head.
Oh, that's so far. I'm saving for my new snake. I'm after the Mexican black king snake.
oh, they're gorgeous. King snakes
I like
are
them.
natural. Yeah, but if you have any other snakes, make sure to wash your hands because they're natural snake eaters. Like even from what I found
Yeah.
with king snakes is even if they've
Even
even while
arachnophilia.
even with you holding them, they'll smell the snake, even if it's themselves, and they'll bite you. But they are wicked. They're a great alternative to corn snakes.
And do more one.
Oh, I got a corn already.
Yeah. A local shop to me has
Put it on the
the
lantern.
bull snakes in, and that's something I want. Pituophis something. And they're like giant corn snakes, pretty much. Although they can be a little bit more temperamental.
Mate of mine, they've got a Florida king snake. I'm trying my hardest to get it. But they love it too much. Everybody loves it. Northern Exotic says, I'll call him tomorrow. I can imagine how that'll blow up with a full mangrove style paludarium. I want a CB though, so hard to find one that's on rodents.
Yeah.
Arachnophilia says global geckos, Ben.
Not that one, but yeah, they've got some wicked snakes.
It's Hagred. Oh, Hagred.
Or me. Before I come say hello, got to spare a few minutes.
Yeah. I also need
That works
to.
for John.
I've got so many projects I need to do this year.
I know that feeling, Ben.
Like
So I've
this dude.
got a GBB here in that,
Yeah.
but she uses probably about that much of it. So she's coming
Yeah.
out, and something else is going in there, which is going to be probably about summertime of this year.
I kept
Yeah, Richard says so many projects himself as well. He has got tons though.
I don't know what to sort out. Because I need to get more into mantis. I need to get a lot more African spiders. I want to breed centipedes.
Wow.
There's so much. Because some of you may know that I did sex up my Scolopendra dahani. She's a female and she's stunning.
Hold on, Dale disappeared. He wants to come back in.
I still can't work it, mate. I keep doing something wrong.
It's just you, Hagrid. Get your pink umbrella out and give it a little swish and flick, Hagrid. Swish and flick.
Oh, what have I done now? Oh, there we are. Mate, me and technology go next, I tell you.
Are you talking, Dale? I couldn't hear nothing.
What are you up to? The pair of you. Cut it out.
Ellie's cats have just gone ballistic.
They just-
What have they took out?
And then, yeah, I mean, he's gone again.
Disappeared.
OBTs, I think. They're my spiders, so I need to get all of the colour forms, but it's going to take a while.
I've got the RCF, the Mikumi, and there's another one I've got which I can't remember without looking.
Kigoma.
Kigmora, yeah. Kigmora? Yeah,
Kigoma.
Mikumi, Kigmora. And then
Man, I
obviously
think it's
just the others,
broken.
yeah.
He's still muted. I don't know why.
You pressed the wrong button, so you dead.
No.
Well, what did I press?
We don't know. You pressed it, not me.
Taking a piss, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
Ah,
And then-
I see. The mic button does it. Okay.
Hold on. Hold on, Richard. I shall send it you in literally.
Right, you're going to behave now if I put you down this
No,
way.
that's the wrong Richard. Sent, Richard. Global Geckos. I've been told they've been pretty good by a couple of people. Those. Global
yeah, they
Geckos. A little bit expensive. That's all I've been told.
Yeah, they are a little bit expensive, but all of the stock they have in pretty much they've bred themselves.
Rich, I've sent it to you on your Facebook, mate. Hope everyone is well. Fairly short times and I failed removing my egg sac. Oh no, Morris. Well, couldn't get away from the female, so leaving it. Pretty hairy process, pardon the pun. Now you've disturbed her though. Do you think she might munch it?
I'm going to go and play nicely and be a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. Ben,
Yeah.
shave your head.
I want to, but Mum wouldn't
Do it.
do with it.
Do it, mate. Hair's
Yeah.
over right head.
Yeah.
Anyone got anything new turn up soon?
Yeah, I've got a lot.
Unfortunately, nothing.
No, not me. I'm running out of room now.
What have I got coming? I've got Pacnoda marginata, sun beetles coming.
Yep.
Parablepharis cooley asiatica, which is the Vietnamese ghost mantis.
Okay.
Ooh.
Scolopendra polymorpha, Scolopendra cingulata, Stromatopalma calciatum, adult female. What else? Some hissers, because I need to get a new gene pool in my colony, and then a Vajovis spinigerus, the
What's that?
Three striped tail.
Yeah. It's basically the same thing as the Confucius, just a different, just
It's a
found
bit
in
bigger,
a
isn't
different
it?
area. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger
Yeah, another one.
because I've got the Debare already.
Oh, it's a scorpion.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got those, but I don't really see them. They're all buried down, like.
Yeah,
This one is a nasty shit.
yeah, they, yeah, they are.
Unbelievable. Apparently, the sting is a real good whack on them as well.
Yeah,
Well,
they're the most
let me
venomous
know.
ones we can own without a DWA. Phage over day.
Your turn.
But it's
See, all
difficult
mine
to
are
actually
like
see
clear
bite reports
sandwich,
anymore
yeah.
because they get taken down off YouTube, don't
I
they?
don't really see them.
No, you got to come up now.
Really, Dale. They're gorgeous, gorgeous.
No, because all my substrate is that clay and sand mix. So they
Oh, yeah.
dug a little hole and they're gone. Don't see them. If I get the little UV torch out at night, I might see them, but then they just rip back down in.
That mix sounds pretty good, to be fair, especially if the burrowing like that. I might
Yeah,
have to try it.
probably
Even-
a good thing you can't see them.
Most of mine, all my scorpions, all burrow down. That's when I find out. I see a few of the babies come up. I'm like, oh, someone's laid,
Babies.
someone's give birth, so they got to dig them out. Then that's fun.
All of mine burrow except my gimp female, Heterometrus petersi, the one missing her telson.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but
No,
I just
mine
keep an
don't-
eye on her as well.
mine don't seem to burrow either. Actually, they just hide underneath the cork bark. That's what they tend to
Yeah.
do.
They're a natural prey item to Scolopendra dahani, which I thought was quite cool.
Oh really?
That is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And then, yeah,
Surely, what? Even as adults?
even as adults, Scolopendra will take down pretty much anything. They've got a huge, they're just so powerful. Because even if it's a dry bite with a centipede that big, they'll rip through tendons. Their jaw strength is insane.
Vile creatures.
They aren't, they're
Ooh,
awesome.
That's good, Morris. That is good. The Dahani is the one where I had a Baroplast tub, holes in the side. I literally just brought it back, popped it in there until this glass one that I wanted was coming, and it pushed the lid off it.
Yeah.
Not for
It
me,
actually
mate. No,
pushed the lid.
stop that.
That's the strength on them. So I
Yes.
always advise if you buy a centipede from somewhere like Venomous Visions, then to buy one of their enclosures at the same time.
Yeah, or you get something tall, because they cannot climb glass enclosures.
Or
Well,
someone
no,
with like a lid, like a rub.
They can reach up 3/4
Yeah.
of their body length. So
Yeah, so
if
you
their
need-
body length is 10
Ooh.
inches, expect them to be 7 inches at least up in the air.
So Scolopendra dahani gets about 25 centimeters. So realistically, you're going to want a tub like that and be prepared to not see it. Or you get a clip-on lid with a thick plastic because they'll bite through it as well.
Why would you want those?
The centipedes are absolutely amazing, absolute
Yeah,
apex predator. When you see them go for something, it's just like, wow. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
But
But then
Yeah.
again, I
I've got on my
suppose
hand,
there's
I would
there's
panic.
loads of inverts out there which other invert keepers are going to go, why'd you keep them? You know, leeches, gastropods, fossorials even. A lot of invert people say, you know, why'd you keep fossorials? Because you never see them. So
See,
why'd you
mine
keep your
come out at night.
fossorial scorpions?
Every
Because you
night,
never see them.
I see most of mine.
the only fossorials I really like I don't want to get any of the Asian fossorials because I
Why?
don't think they look
Amazing.
particularly nice.
I've got a few. Got the Discolors, got the Uhani.
I do have a Discus.
I have the H. gigas, 2 Doriers, a Von Werve. What else is bigger?
Live with us.
Marshelli.
The only problem I think I have with the Asian fossorials is they don't get the names right. Like the green femur doesn't
That
have
is-
green
that is-
femurs. Yeah. It only has them after the molt, so it's just annoying.
It's just a different locality, though, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
I was listening again to like a professor, and he was saying like when animals get named, a lot of them have name changes because in their country of origin they're known as something different. So they might not always be like a genus swap as per se. It's just in their country of origin they might be in a different one.
Yeah.
So our scientists then look and then whack them in the same genus, or their scientific, let's say, species name. Some of those can get changed because in the country of origin they're known something different, and it's the same with the common names as well. Okay, so Arachnophelia has a P. auratus egg sac. I thought she ate the male, and that was that. Then I love the auratus because I think the P. auratus is one of my favourites by a long shot.
I need to get myself to mix this.
They're underrated. They are P. auratus and the Erythromatus are both exceptionally underrated. They're literally the Phil Mitchell of the spider world. Dale was a spider, he'd be an auratus. He just needs a bit of gold.
Yeah.
Or Phormictopus are cool. They are. Phormictopus are very, very cool.
Yeah, I think they're gaining a little bit more attention after Tom Moran did a video on them.
I did a care video on the P. auratus female.
Yeah.
That went quite well. But then she died, and it's the only one where I've actually, whacked it into. I think it was on a live where I've actually mentioned a death, because I think a lot of YouTubers mention a death in the hope that they get something for free. But
yeah,
Dale had a spare one, so he sent me one. Which, thanks again, Dale.
Sorry.
Most of the things that die, I just reuse because I do a little taxidermy. Like when this mantis dies, I'll probably pin him. This is a peacock mantis, Pseudompusa pinnivoponus. He looks pretty dull, but when he lifts his wings, but when he's got his wings, he'll lift them up and it reveals a peacock eye to warn off predators.
Ben,
my African giant mantis that passed away towards the end of last year. The male, I would, I think I'm gonna have to get a couple more of those again.
Yeah,
I used to fly him around this room. He used to come back to me like a bird. It was crazy.
Yeah, with females, with most female species, you can actually free roam them as well because you'll feed them and they'll just stay in one place. It's wicked.
No,
says Ratus is Latin for gold. Yeah, and he said his male was stunning, pure gold. Ben, what did you buy by mistake? Phormictopus.
I can't remember it today.
I've got the mascara, got the cancer raids. What else have I got?
Isn't got quite the mascara a Pantherbetus?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yes.
I got plenty of.
I get a lot of those mixed up a lot of the time.
That's what I did. I was trying to buy Pantherbetus.
They grow quick.
They're both awesome. Both genuses are absolutely awesome.
Extremely quick.
Yeah.
I had 3. I don't know, for about 2 centimeters going back 6 months. They've got to be at least 7 or 8 centimeters now already. It's insane, the growth rate on them.
Is that for Panther?
It's insane.
I need Panthers in my collection. I've seen so many online and I keep thinking, I need to get one of those, but I never have.
I'm trying to get the purple bloom and the blue bloom. I got the pink one and I've got the mascara. I've got 2 mascaras.
Well, they're pretty dull as youngsters, though, aren't they? They only turn that purple or pink during.
Mine got a colour on them, but they're not that young anymore. They've grown quite a bit.
Yeah.
I got 2 that's just heading to Subadot, if not already Subadot, and the other one is a juvie, the Platyma. Is that how you say it?
Right, guys. Unfortunately, I got to go back to work now, so I will see you again. All right?
You're lying.
No, man, I got loads to do tonight. It's horrendous. I'll see
Oh,
you in a
no
bit, all right?
worries.
All right,
All right, take care, Dale. Thanks for popping on, mate.
Yeah.
Got right itchy here.
Quick question. Rio horn baboon, is that fossorial?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
mine never sticks down, ever.
It's
Well,
they're
mine
like
is.
OBTs. People say they're fossorial, but I find they're only really fossorial as things, and then they become like almost semi-arboreal as adults.
I give it plenty of substrate, but it's made like little tubes at the top rather than going down.
Yeah. That's
Like,
completely fine as well. I found my OBT's done that.
My OBTs.
Because I mean, you read a lot of different reports on a lot of the spiders. I think a lot. If there's reports of a spider being fossorial and terrestrial, then give it both options.
Yeah, like but the thing is with Pteronotulus mirinus is there's so many people saying different things. So I do what I do with my arboreals, give them
Ben, where did you're in the perfect position because you've got family
Well,
over there that you can contact and
yeah.
ask for pictures,
Well, I
and then
found
as soon as you get those pictures, that's I've gone off pictures that are in the wild, and a lot of the time they're in a very shallow burrow or around the base of a tree.
yeah.
With
Well,
apparently you do get a very, very rare one that is actually up in the tree. But the
yeah,
theory on that is they're not up there nesting; they're looking for food.
yeah. Well,
The exotic time, mate.
Guy Tansley did a video looking for the Zimbabwe locale, and he found them nesting in hollow tree trunks. And
Exactly.
yeah, like so I give them at least 4 inches of substrate like I do with an adult, and then I still provide them with height, but not as much as I would give a Poecilotheria or a Psalmopoeus.
I think if you're a spider and you're gonna build a burrow, you want it so wide, you want it so deep, and all the rest of it. But if you found the same conditions inside the hollow of a tree, then surely you're
Yeah,
going to use that because it's less energy because it's already built. It's already there. You just go in, web it up. It's probably already got food or prey items in there.
yeah. And I find if you give them that climbing space, they're not defensive whatsoever. They're OBTs, people need to realize with OBTs is that they're only defensive if you mess around with them.
Yeah,
If you leave
literally.
them alone,
Yeah.
if you leave them alone, they'll be awesome. Even during rehouses, I've had no problems with mine.
No. And handling as well. Handling is a massive no with OBTs.
Yeah, yeah. The males are generally more docile. Not that I'd recommend handling any.
I have five in terrestrial enclosures and 5 in semi-arboreal setups.
Yeah. All 5 of my red coforms are semi-arboreal. Well, apart from some of the snails, but yeah. And then
Excuse me.
yeah. I saw something quite what I thought was quite funny earlier. Stromatopelma calceatum are not under the family Harpactyrinae, which is what most baboons are, but they're under the order Aviculariinae. So the same
Really?
things, yeah. So Avicularia, Psalmopoeus, and things like that.
so they're almost a new world.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
what people don't realize is that Australia is they're not from Australia, but Australia is part of the New World. So Selenocosmia species are actually technically a New World. Not that I would recommend them for a beginner, because I'm sure what you've seen with Selenocosmia javanensis is that they can be trouble to deal with.
Oh, I've got an adult female. Literally, just sits up there. She's a pain in the backside.
Yeah, I had a female at one point.
Wow, arachnophilia, but that was close, mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the Javanensis is definitely more defensive than the OBT. That's for sure.
Yeah. I had a Linothelli megathaloides when I was unboxing it. 1 minute it was in the pot it came in, the next it was up my shoulder and going into my collar.
Oh,
Yeah, they're insanely fast.
I'll tell you what, I've had a few spiders that have escaped in here. Like an Alphalax, I've had a P. regalis, and a Stroma palma calcetium, that was fast.
Yeah.
But the fastest thing by far was the HMAC. That
Oh yeah.
was just, it took the piss out of the Phalax for speed.
Yeah, I've got a
you blink and a Phalax is gone. A HMAC don't give you time to blink.
yeah, I've got a HMAC. I give them bigger enclosures than they need, just because I really don't want to rehouse them that often. Just so long as they're eating, though.
Because they're growing too fast.
Yeah. I've got to rehouse my T. sturmy soon. That's going to be fun.
I wanted to get Zaraposa species. I just don't know which ones to get. I don't know whether to get the Sturmy or the Blondie.
Sturmy, definitely Sturmy.
I want a Blondie, I do.
Yeah, I've got to get Blondie and Apophysis.
The Apophysis is also a beautiful spider. It's a lot of money for what it is.
Yeah, it's just like a want-to-be Goliath.
Literally, but still beautiful. Right,
yeah.
I am.
The rest of the Lazadora species because I've only got 2 so far.
Oh, I've got the Lazadora Parabama and the Kluge. I need the other one.
I've got the Lazadora.
But the Kluge is a Parabama just on steroids.
Yeah. I need to get.
Mine has got beast legs.
I've just got the.
I'm going to leave you guys on the stream together just for a couple of minutes while I go roll and have a cigarette.
That's fine. Yeah. I could be educated by a youngster.
Don't educate her. It'll educate you in the negative effects of nicotine and smoking.
Yeah. What Maureen said, HMACs are definitely worse than OBTs. OBTs, it makes OBTs look like brackies.
My HMAC was brilliant until like someone else begged me for one and I give them mine and I don't know any difference since.
Yeah, my HMAC is so fast. It's only got 7 legs, but it bites everything, including feeding tongs and probably fingers if you'd let it.
See, I haven't really got old worlds anymore apart from 3 Bafori. I'm not sure if I got 3 or 2 because I did put 3 in, but I can only find 2. And the Rio Horn baboon, I had it as a freebie. Not that I wanted a baboon, but yeah.
Yeah.
I got a thing about bird eaters and the arboreals, like the pokies and the what are they? Pamphobetas.
Yeah. I think for me, my main focus are African species and the Psamopaeus genus.
I've got 2 left of the Psamopaeus to get. I did have the, how do you say it? Is it
the Ecclesiasticus?
That's the one. I had it as a sling, but it was like 0.5. It was so small, and then after about a month, it died in molting.
Oh, that sucks because that's such a gorgeous species as well.
Yeah, I've got 5. I've got the what ones of it? The sun tiger, the Cambridgey, the Costa Rican orange mouth, the Victory, and the Polcha up there.
Yeah, I've got the Reduncus and the Cambridgey, and then of course I'm waiting on my sun tiger egg sac. Well, I need to pull that actually on the 16th of January.
Is the Costa Rican orange mouth, yeah.
The Reduncus, yeah.
I'm not really good at saying the Latin names.
Yeah, they're tough to remember. I tried to learn those before I learn the common names because people tend to prefer if you use the scientifics. But it doesn't really matter so long as you're talking about the same spider.
See, if I'm writing it and I can see the spelling or I can Google the spelling, that's fine. I will write the Latin names. But if I'm trying to say it, I just make a big mess of it.
Yeah. But they are wicked species, the Psalmopoeus. And they're so fast. Yeah, they are fast. I tend to say that they make better first arboreals than Avicularia, because I find Avicularia kind of lie to you as to what other arboreals will be like, because they're all nice and chill. And then
See, I'm not really so sure, to be fair. If it was a spider, I would say you would want to handle. Not that I handle them, but then I would say Avicularia would probably be better just because it's a little bit more calm and not so fast. And the thing is, if it did bite you, the Psalmopoeus is definitely worse than the Avicularia.
Yeah, but the thing is with Avicularia is they're also pretty hard to care for in terms of humidity and ventilation. They're much harder than something like a Psalmopoeus or even a Tapinohenius and stuff like that.
People that are keeping these spiders, they've already got a bunch of spiders and a bunch of experience, so it's not really that really difficult on keeping spaghetti.
I agree with you with the Avicularia, Ben, but as soon as you get to sub-adults, you haven't got to panic as much.
Yeah, but like what I was saying is they don't make beginner arboreals just because they will lie to you about what other arboreals are like. I would say they're good second or third arboreals. Like you could go Psalmopoeus, Tapinohenius, and then Avicularia, so you get a taste for what other arboreals will be like before you go for a teddy bear. And then, or even, because I thought, oh, this Carabiner versicolor is really easy. I'm going to get myself a Psalmopoeus. And then I was not ready for the speed of Psalmopoeus can put on.
Yeah, I think I had Psalmopoeus before I had Avicularia.
Yeah.
But my Psalmopoeus, I was warned that they're wild, they're fast, they're going to run away. Mine behaved really well.
I'm not going to lie, my first arboreal was a P Metallica.
Oh, yeah. My third spider was actually a P Ornata in a mystery box from TSS. But I love that spider. They're gorgeous.
I think the arboreals, the Poecilotherias, were the only old worlds that I wanted.
I've never really got into Poecilotheria apart from the Ornatas.
I don't know what it is with them. I just like the way they move. I like the way they sit. Like, they're a bit weird.
Yeah.
I expect them to live upwards. Like, I've got one that's about 5-6 inches. My Ornata is quite big. And I've had it from tiny, tiny baby. And it doesn't really live upwards. It's sort of dug down into the soil a bit. It does go at the top of the box because I keep her in quite a big box. But she's got about 5 inches of substrate, and she's dug like a tunnel which goes under the substrate on one side and out the other side up the tree. And then they'll just go back and falling around.
That's quite normal with arboreals because arboreal tarantulas don't live really high up. They live near the base where they can make themselves a web curtain using dirt, using substrate and soil. So all of my arboreals have made a web curtain using substrate.
See, mine even makes tunnels or they make curtains. Like before I changed that into this tank because she was just growing too fast. It might even be a boy, I'm not sure. But before I changed it over, she had a curtain and now she's got a tunnel.
Yeah, it depends on the spider because they will either make a curtain or a tunnel. My Minia has a curtain and then she's closed it off at the top due to her eggs. And then my Reduncus.
Armenia with a curtain and I got one Armenia with a tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah, Avicularia do live higher up, which is why they need higher ventilation than most spiders. Yeah, but the thing is with the Avicularias, they make very different webs to, say, a Psalmopoeus. They make almost like an umbrella out of the top of the cork bark compared to a web tube.
My Avicularia purple Peru. I think it's
Yeah,
purple.
yeah,
That
Carabiner
one,
versicolors like that as well. They make like a funnel outside of the cork bark.
yeah,
it just made itself a home on the lid.
yeah. And that, like, I'm allergic to type 2, so I don't really own that many New World Arboreals. I do have a Carabiner versicolor. I did have an Avicularia, but that died of that died from DKS. So that's such, because it was going into pre-molt too. I thought it's going to molt out of it, but no.
Yeah, my first Avicularia that I had from Scott, the baby one, that one died, but the other one is doubled in size from the first one I had.
Yeah,
Both of them came from Scott.
yeah. My that Avicularia I had went to the centipedes because I was going to mount it, but it lost a leg during DK, so it wasn't really worth it.
Shame.
Yeah. And
So who else apart from Morris is still watching and still in the chat? Got any questions for anyone? Just drop it in the chat and I'll try my best to pick them up.
Oh, them curly hairs you sent me, Scott, they've gone around my whole family. You sent me some,
brilliant.
like, even people in my family were so terrified of spiders, wouldn't even visit me since I've had them. Now I've got like 3 members of my family who just want to keep tarantulas, nothing else, just tarantulas.
Brilliant.
My cousin's tarantula was a cobalt blue, and I was like, "Are you sure you want that as a first tarantula?" They're like, "Yeah, definitely."
The C. lividum.
Yeah.
I've got an adult female and a juvie. They're flipping beautiful.
It's a sub-adult, but I'm not sure if it's male or female. And I managed to, because it was sent to my house, and I actually managed to unbox it and rehouse it without accident. So I was quite proud of myself for that, because I'm not a big fan of fossorial species.
My C. lividum I bought from the spider shop just before Christmas. I think it was only like, I think it was 50 or 40 quid for the adult female, and I was like, "Oh shit! I know you're just gonna literally be an absolute flipping bitch." Took the top off, it stayed in there, and they pack them really, really well. So I thought, do you know what? I just leave the packing box in the enclosure and let them crawl out by themselves. But I was like, do you know what? I'll pull this one out. So I did. I pulled the tissue out and just left it. It stayed in there for ages. Came out. I've got a piece of cork bark, which I do for fossorials. I tend to put a piece of cork on the top with a starter burrow. And then eventually she's gone in there, she's webbed it up. I take the top off, she's still there. She's not decided to burrow yet. And she's an absolute sweetheart.
yeah, I
was making the house for mine. I just put like a big stick all the way down the middle, pack the tank all the way to the top with soils, and then put a cork back sort of over the top on an angle so it could just go down. And
yeah.
Perfectly fine ever since. Now if you lift the tank up, you can see a whole like thing going on underneath. It's crazy.
Yeah. I recently got one of my favorite spiders. It's a fossorial African species, Idiothelimera, the bluefoot baboon. They're a trapdoor, and it molted recently, and it hooked out.
Well, king baboon being the hardest fossorial so far for arachnophilic. Yeah, king baboons can be.
Yeah,
my old lividum, fucking thing, shot up the tongs while I was feeding it and sat on the back of my hand, and literally went into threat pose.
With Gramostoliactions or Iharingis, I don't get it with any other spiders that I've got. them two grammostolas seem to be right troublesome.
My old female my old female Agen, she was like that. She was an absolute pain in the backside.
These ones definitely shoot up the tongues and they will go for you. I don't tongue feed them. I just literally throw it in with my hands now and they just on it. Because if you just get too close, it's like they see you coming and they just jump on you.
A lot of mine, I don't know, they're just chilled. I'm really lucky. I don't know why.
Most of mine are only literally the GI Haringi. I've got 2 of them, and the G Actions, I've got 2 of them. They're both exactly the same. And they both look the same too. I've got too many Grammostola species at the moment.
Where's Ben gone? Because Arachnophilia wants his male. Because he has got a female sitting there ready. How's lockdown going to be affecting you then, Ellie?
Oh, it's taking a piss, to be fair. With uni and then I've got to now homeschool the kids on top of that. It just takes out extra time.
We're quite lucky because Layla's obviously being homeschooled, but the school are putting everything online for her, so she'll just sit there and do it. And she absolutely loves doing it as well.
With the homeschool, though, is half of the work they're giving my kids. Like, okay, with my little boy, I have to print it off and do it one-on-one, then take pictures and send it back to the school. But with my girl, it is all online, but it's like she hasn't had any pre-classes of what they're giving her. So she's like, I have no clue what does this mean, Mum. Mum, what's fruit flow? Mum, what's this? Mum, what's participation? And I'm just like, Crystal, really? So that's the only annoying thing with it. I have to stop what I'm doing just to go through it all with her, make a whole big diagram of how the water system works. Yeah. The 1-year-old not going to.
The 1-year-old not going just yet to uni, Scott. Nah, not yet. Layla will probably go to uni, I would have thought, when she's old enough, because the amount that girl studies is just crazy.
I'm hoping my kids.
The scary thing is, though, Morris, you know, in 20 years' time, we're going to have a country run by kids that were homeschooled by alcoholics. You got any new additions planned, Ellie?
I don't think so, mate. Mine are growing too quickly, and I'm trying to rehouse them all into bigger enclosures. I rehoused some of the smaller ones into extra large enclosures because of the rate they were growing, and then the ones that were growing slow, I left them in a small enclosure, and then they molted out being too big for that small enclosure. So I've got some more rehouses to do, and I've got to get another shelf because they're not fitting.
They take over. They do take over.
I don't know how you fit all yours in the kitchen. I'm sure my living room is twice the size of your kitchen, and I'm running out of space.
I make space.
I don't like laying them on top of each other, though. That's my problem.
I've got a fishing shop display stand, which obviously had all the floats in. So I've got that up on the wall. I've got a kitchen unit, the glass door up on the wall. I've got bookshelves and cabinets behind me. Over there's going to be enough room for 4 or 5 6-foot shelves. So some of it's the geckos and that gone in the front room. They're going in the bedroom, so I can put some other bits in there. And it's mental.
I think when we first started talking, I only had an LP and a Scorpion.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to moving somewhere permanent. Literally, the loft space will be converted. I think the teaching will be fine, but the fact the young ones can't socialise, etc., with his student life, that's a sad part for Morris. Yeah, but the kids with socialising bounce back, don't they?
My kids can't wait to go back to school, that's for sure.
I think Boris has done another announcement tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was doing one at 8. Is it 8 or 5? I think it was 5 today. But the Welsh
It was
government
just-
is lagging behind, so I don't know.
I thought you'd been on lockdown for a couple of weeks, hadn't you?
Yeah, we went into lockdown before Christmas because of this new strain.
Yeah, I think we should have gone into lockdown before Christmas. Then we wouldn't be looking at so many high figures now.
Compared to our population in Wales, the rate of spread is higher here than. But it doesn't seem to be in Cardiff. It seems to be in every other part of Wales except for Cardiff. So I don't know. It's probably the valleys as usual. They always have to know good, them people. I'm surprised they haven't spread through the sheep yet.
Obviously, socialising a bit too much.
I don't think valleys people know how to not socialise. They're not socialising with animals. They're socialising with everything else.
Morris has got some breedings coming up. South Wales is the worst. Blame it on the valleys.
To be fair, if you look at the statistics, Cardiff isn't really coming up, considering we're probably one of the biggest towns in Wales, or cities, or the capital. But it's in Newport, it's in Barry, it's everywhere else, Swansea, but it doesn't seem to come up so much in Cardiff. Like with my family members that have gone down bad with it, they're not even in Cardiff.
It's Robbie's talking teas. Hi, Robbie.
Hi, dude. That always corrects me.
I feel sorry for Robbie. Literally started his internet website up with Lee, and then Tier 4 started, so that buggered him up for a little while.
Oh, Robbie always makes me laugh because I ask him a question. Like, obviously, I don't know if he realizes that I'm still a bit new to the hobby, and as much as I do research, I have dyslexia, so I can research it right now, forget about it in 5 minutes, and come back and research it again. I asked him a question, and he was like, "Well, isn't it obvious?" And it just made me laugh.
Robbie's a good lad.
He's quite funny.
His videos are off the scale, I think. Dude, you deserve so many more subscribers than what you've got, mate.
I still
Literally.
have 100 yet, I don't think. I think I'm on, like, last time I looked, 180 or something like that.
What have I got, actually? I'm on 1.75, so 1,750. But it's just a number, really. I wouldn't even be worried about subscribers.
Oh, to be fair, I'm not bothered. I just took your advice. You said, what was it that I said that I was going to do when I was older? Yeah, to do that thing in the uni. You said it would help to do the videos and stuff. But it's finding time to do the videos and stuff with uni and the kids. And like with me, I'm not very good at keep changing things. So like I have a routine and I work fine. But then once that changes and then it changes again, it sort of sets off my anxiety, and then like I just end up going funny. And I'm really down with my videos at the moment.
I haven't done a proper video since before Christmas, but that was always the plan.
I think I did
Robbie says the buggered us up again. Was supposed to post out again on Saturday, but lockdown. Yeah, so the problem Robbie's having with Creature Crate at the moment is they both live in different areas, so they can't meet up to sort out the orders, which I do really, really feel for him because it's I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I've seen loads of people complain about it already, but I've already like reassured some people.
No,
I'm like, you've got to be careful.
No, one YouTuber said like they didn't know what was going on and all this, that, and t'other, where he'd already asked for a refund and he'd already got it.
Yeah.
Because Robbie says you can quite happily have a refund, or if you hold on until these tier 4s and everything all goes back to something where they can meet up, then he's going to upgrade your box. And it's awesome. Plus, Robbie and Lee are really, really nice people. Fantastic idea. So I'm definitely waiting.
See, I was thinking about ordering one, and I wanted the t-shirts that Lee got on there anyway. But the thing is with the mystery boxes, it just says that you can get inverts, and I'm like, I don't want centipedes, I don't want this, I don't want that. So I'm not really comfortable anymore with getting mystery boxes, because that's how I've ended up with so many spiders, some in which I didn't even really know about, or I have to rehouse them because I don't like leaving them in them pots they come in. And then I have to research them. So I have no clue what I'm rehousing or if I'm housing it right, and then I better rehouse it differently. So I just like gone off of mystery boxes.
Robbie says, as much as you'd like to hit 1K subscribers, I see I'm going to be doing it for the next 20 years or so, and that's not the be all or end all. No, it's not. As soon as Robbie hits 1,000, he's doing a T Saladonia giveaway.
Oh, wow.
That's a T Saladonia giveaway. That is 1,000 subscriber hit. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you are. Like I said, his videos are just absolutely epic. His green screen work is got to be the best out there with all the invert YouTubers. I tell you, brilliant.
See, I'm
Not that I'm jealous much.
That's not one of
But
them.
yeah, with mystery boxes though, I mean, you get it. They're slings, so it's not too hard to care for mystery box slings, because they're all kept in the same way, aren't they? It's always 3/4 of the way up filled with substrate, spider in the top. It's only when you get sort of large slings, small juveniles, that you really have to start sort of thinking about an enclosure. But it's either a boreal, terrestrial, fossorial.
See,
That's
the
it.
last mystery box I had a good, like, what, 7, 8 spiders in there, and none of them were slings. They were all juvies or subadults, which I was shocked, because every time I order slings, because I got this thing that if I order babies, because I was always told babies are the hardest to raise, never get a baby because they're more likely to die.
Yeah.
So I wanted to learn right from the beginning, so I can learn as they grow and everything like that. And I've had nearly every single one of mine I've had from a sling. And I've only had like 3 or 4 deaths, like fairly little amount compared to some people. I see some people and theirs are always dying.
I know, yeah. So some people just can't keep slings. Just replying to Robbie. Robbie says he wants to make even better contact, but he's just using his phone, which has its limitations. I only use my phone. There is the Sony is it ZV-1, which is £600, which is literally, that is my dream, is to get one of those, but it's £600, which is the problem. Bailey's Bublog. Hi Andrew, you're right, mate. The spider slings are a mare, he says, or can be.
Oh, I'm quite
Yeah,
happy.
mystery boxes, I don't think they're for everybody. Beginners, probably. It all depends on you. If you're fast at learning, if you're prepared to research, and you're only just getting into hobby, and you know this is going to be, you know, a hobby for a long, long time, then mystery boxes is a great way to get a big collection really fast. But if you want a collection that you've gone out and you've gone, I like that spider, I like that spider, and I like that spider, instead of just being given some, then, you know, single purchases are probably a better way.
Yeah, a lot of mine, I got a lot of mine from the raffles, so it wasn't too bad. But most of the ones I've gone for is because I specifically wanted to learn more about Grammostola with them, with the whole like situation of them not going to be able to be imported or exported, and in some countries, even if you breed them, you can't sell them on. So like I wanted to like breed some of them and learn more about them. So I've done this big thing just to collect mostly all different species of Grammostola. And I've got a fair few already, but they're growing on fine. It's just the Porteri and the Rosea that just, they were like one of the first Grammostolas I had, and they're just taking forever to grow. They're still slings.
Creepy and Crawly UK, hi mate, you're all right. They say if you don't want teas in a mystery box, then you can add a note with the spider shop. which I like, and a hello. Yeah, some of the suppliers will adapt a mystery box to your needs or your criteria. That's for sure. Robbie's using an Hawaii P40 Pro 2 built-in 4K camera. It's the editing software that is limited. I'll get there one day. I want movie quality eventually. Yeah, don't we all, mate? I use a Samsung S8 with KineMaster. The rear camera is apparently 4K, but I wouldn't say it was a true 4K. It's a bit frustrating when there's other channels around the same size as me that have got decent 4K cameras and what have you, but you deal with what you got, don't you? That's as simple as that.
Really?
Sorry?
I said lots of people now are using like Nikon and stuff like that.
Well, the Sony one I've seen, the specifications on it meet my needs are absolutely mind-blowing. Bailey's Budblog has just put the M50, so the Canon M50 with an adaptive lens. But all the majority of the reviews I've seen between the Sony and the Canon, the Sony is winning. This is even by YouTubers that like swear by Canon.
See, for me, I just don't think right now I have 100% time to put 100% into doing the channel. So I just keep updating every now and again. Like I've got one of them professional cameras and it sits on my shelf like one of them decorations and it's stayed there ever since I've got it.
Ellie, get it out. Just use it.
You'll annoy us. Now.
So just start using it. Up your game.
I find my phone is much more easier. And now my phone is even more up to date than the camera. The camera is like, yeah. But you can still buy it for a good 200 quid, and I was surprised.
Right. So Robbie talking to you, just going back to Creature Crate. He says the problem we have at Creature Crate is we aren't breeders every month, and we have to buy the inverts in bulk, so can't offer people the choice.
That's fair enough.
Which the additional stuff that you put into the Creature Crate, and at the end of the day, mate, you're two friendly lads that have just got together to try and do something positive for the community. So I think it'd be unfair to treat you the same as the other online sellers.
See, for me, if they did a mystery crate with no creatures in it, I'd be happy to buy it there and then. Because right now, I ain't got room for more creatures unless they can go in one of my communals or something.
I think they do. I think they do a Creature Crate with no inverts. I know they do the bio box because the bio box looks very tempting because setting up a bio, you watch people's videos and you think 500 quid, fucking hell, or £60 for substrate, this, that, t'other, but they give you the whole lot, so your bioactive is actually bioactive straight away. Phenomenal. Creepy and Crawly UK. I've got 10 Nephilia Maga. I ain't even gonna go there, dude. Coming Friday, which is gonna be fun. That's the Orb Weavers. If he's got 10 coming on Friday, he's probably bought them off Hadley, I would have thought. Jay's Exotics. Hi, dude. My boyfriend won't let me get a centipede. Just get one, mate. Just get one. Don't tell him. Just get it. And then what's he going to say when it's in the house? You can't take it nowhere. You're in lockdown. Robbie's talking teas. We are working on renting a walk-in store that you can walk in and just buy things individually, as well as branching out to the States and Europe. Fair play, dude. Dude, I'll support you all the way, mate. I'll give you as many shout-outs on the channel and whatever media, other stuff that I can do, mate. Definitely. Walk-in store, is that going to be like a pet shop, or is it a virtual walk-in store?
Thing is, none of them will be in Wales, so they'll still be very far from me.
You've got the spider shop.
To be fair, I don't use the spider shop so much. I use Breeders half the time if I need stuff.
I mean, I'd like an actual pet clothing store. That would be serious. That would be serious. If I can help in any way in the Midlands, mate, just give me a shout. Yeah, I tend to buy quite a lot from the spider shop, but I really, really, really do like buying off friends, especially if a friend's selling up, you know, and they're a good friend. Then to buy one of their spiders off them and have one of their spiders in my collection, I love that. I've got a few babies that friends have bred, which I find like really, really sort of up there.
Yeah.
Okay, Interstellar Ape. What's up, Scott? As well as keeping tarantulas and the likes, I also keep ants. Was wondering if you ever had or you would ever. I do keep ants. I keep the harvester ant, and the other one that I got didn't do so well. I'm looking. I really fancy getting a bigger colony, because the ants in the UK, you tend to get a queen and a couple of workers. Bailey's Bublog. I was friggin' holidayed in same village as TS and forgot to go. You plonk donk. Dakota, you pay £60, which is $81 US for substrate. What? That was just a rough guess, Dakota. That's not just for substrate. I was thinking combination substrate plus your wood lice, your worms, and your springtails to make it all bioactive. Robbie says, and the bonus is the inverts will come with real experienced keepers rather than non-existing knowledge of pet stores. Yeah, that is true. Mesobarbarus, that's the guys.
No, I don't keep ants. I only keep them in the garden where they belong. Sorry.
Yeah, I think, and I would like to get hold of an ant colony, maybe Mesobarbarus or whatever. Purely because like the Mesobarbarus I got was like a mated queen, and she's probably got about 6 workers, and it's just like they don't seem to be exploding as like they should. What do you keep Interstellar 8? What ants have you got, mate?
I tell you what I am after more of, if you can find them, is them African running beetles. They seem to be out everywhere. I wouldn't mind breeding them. And they're cute to play with too.
And Scandinavia. Is that actually in Scandinavia? I wonder if they'll post to the UK. What beetles? Sorry, Ellie.
African running beetles.
African running beetles.
Yeah, they're I can't remember the species name, but they're little and they're black and they move quite quickly. But they're not really like carnivorous beetles. They just eat like crap. I had them in a mystery box. Oh God, in March, and one died a few months after having it, and the other one's still alive. But I wouldn't mind having a few more to go with it. They're just so cute to play with.
Tiger beetles is all it's coming up with.
No, oh.
I've had a few tiger beetles. They don't last like a long time, but they are nice, really nice. I do like the tiger beetles.
No, they're not tiger beetles.
I don't know where Ben went, mate. I don't actually know where Ben went. Maybe somebody messaged him or something. I don't know. Hey Scott, you seen the series on YouTube called Breaking Trail? It's with Coyote Peterson. Mate, Coyote Peterson's a fucking prick. He just glamorizes getting bit by inverts, and I'm not down for that. I have seen a couple of his. I just think it's just not what I want. Like people like Layla to be watching. Do you know what I mean? When it goes out looking for things, yeah, fair enough. But then just to get bit by them, just to prove a point, I don't like that, dude. Yeah, Cody Peterson does have a page. Is Ellie single? I don't think Ellie is single. No.
I'm never single. Even if I was, I would still be classed as non-single. They look like this. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, they look cool.
I can't find the common name for them though, or the actual.
They look like a form tiger beetle. If Bailey's bug blogs might know, he's pretty good on his beetles.
When I had it was given to me. They were given to me in a mystery box, and they were named African running beetles. So that's all I've known them as.
Ooh.
But I couldn't find a whole lot of information, so I asked where I got them from, and they was just like, "Yeah, keep them like you would keep any other beetle with the millipedes or with anything else. They've been fine. They have been perfectly fine with Macamuno, no problems. They're happy. They're living. They don't run away. They eat. But it's only because I got one. I don't know if it will breed or not because it's only one.
I don't know if beetles will lay without being.
Well, it was
mated.
with a bunch of different, like with a bunch of the same type beetles before I had them, and I got it in a pair. But I don't know if they were a pair of the same or a pair of difference.
Bailey says potentially a caribid beetle, like we've got the ground beetles. Interstellar Ape wants to know if you're into reptiles, Ellie.
I am into reptiles. I've got a corn snake, a bearded dragon, and 2 sun skinks. And a frog. No, that's not a reptile. That's an amphibian. It's not a frog, it's a toad. It's called Froggy though.
Froggy the toad.
Oh, my cousin's 3-year-old named the toad Froggy because we were at his house at the time that I bought it, because we just took one trip to the reptile shop, and it was just coincidence that I even got the toad, because we were there and there was a few things that I wanted, and I looked online before going, but they didn't have them. So randomly I was like, "Do you got any toads at all? Any?" And they were like, "Actually, yes." And I was shocked that they said yes, because I already searched on their website and they didn't have nothing.
I love the toads. I went to Shirley Aquatics specifically to get a cane toad, but somebody already put a deposit down on it, so I ended up coming back with the leopard frogs. I think it was that time. What else did I get? Sure, bought something else. But last time we went just before Christmas, and I didn't even look on the website. We just went, like me and the enemy went purely, just me and off looking at the fish and all the rest of it. We went into the reptile room and they had the cane toad.
Are you asking me that, Maurice? Or are you asking Scott that? Because we both got the same toad, but Scott got extras.
Morris, I have a cane toad. I have firebelly toads. Only baby firebelly toads. I'd love adults. I have also got an Araxius terrestrius, which is the southern toad.
I can get mine out.
I've had my cane out.
I got a kitty. Another one.
I've got Patma frog as well, and then obviously the burrowing frogs as well. Bailey's book blog's been to Shirley Aquatics, was staying in Knoll. It's moved now to Solihull. It's bigger. The upstairs, mate, is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've got 2 firebellies that are almost 6 years old. No buffalo toads. No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I'd love some adult firebelly toads. These are literally sort of thumbnail size. But remove the beetle culture. This is the southern toad, Anaxrius terrestrius. If you can see that, try and get it in focus. I'm absolutely awful, but that's what this one is. If you follow my Facebook, or if you're in any of my Facebook groups, Invert Pets Worldwide or Reptile and Invert Coalition, you'd have seen this guy loads. I call him Fat Larry or Chicken Nugget.
Here's my toady. I had to dig him out though.
Yours is getting massive.
I know, he's got a big fat belly. It's because he's quite happy to eat mouse all the time. He has mouse and dubias about 3 times a week, and he eats them no problem.
Try and get him in. It turns for the camera, this one. Little fat dude. Go on, fat dude.
Mine got such a big belly. I'm just waiting to sex it now to see if it's male or female, and then I get the opposite one. But apparently, if they breed like crazy. Go back in the hot.
I absolutely love that little dude. What are the species? The cane toad is Rhinella marinea. So that's a genus is spelled Rhinella. Species Marinea, which is Marina. That's the cane toad. The southern toad is the Anaxrius terrestrius, which the genus is spelled Anaxyrus. Species Terrestris. But I absolutely love these toads. Like, Pac-Man's an absolute pain in the backside, and I made a fatal mistake with a Pac-Man bioactive settle bug, and I put that in a video. They aren't hard to keep. They're not hard to keep. None of the toads are hard to keep. They just need to be kept damp and well fed. They're quite happy.
I think cane toads are the easiest probably though, because they pretty much eat anything, living, dead, doesn't really matter.
Munch and munch. My fire-bellied toads, they're only small. They're only like really tiny, so I'm not going to get those out. But these are the burrowing frogs, if I can find them.
Yes, my froggy. I think the only thing you really have to remember with toads is that they do have poison glands on the sort of like the back of their head, so you do have to wash your hands and make sure you don't have any cuts or anything like that on your hands, because it can make you quite sick.
And that's even if you're touching their substrate as well.
Mm-hmm.
Got loads of leaves in my mind, but where are these burrowing frogs?
They've burrowed.
They have burrowed and they've disappeared. Hey, there's one. So again, these are different again. Definitely looking. No, these ones are completely fine arachnophilia. Going the wrong way. That's not borrowing. There's actually 2 of those. As they get older, they'll go more of a deep red browny colour. So they'll literally just disappear with autumn leaves. I'm just going to put these enclosures back. Give my hand a quick wash.
Yeah, I just did that.
Yeah, with the toads, you ain't got to worry about your hands too much and harming the toad. With frogs, it's you definitely want to keep your hands damp when you're handling frogs. With toads, they're a bit more.
But I think it also depends on the species of toads, because some toads only really like really wet and live in a bit of water, and then you've got arcane toads, which just like mostly dirt.
Right, I've been missing the chat quite a bit. Excuse me.
We're being spammed by Maurice, don't we?
Yeah. Just try and. No. Aren't toads generally more toxic?
Not all toads. It depends. They all have different toxicities.
And
they only really
then
like
they produce. They produce a poison, yeah, where frogs tend not to.
The thing is, though, I think it just matters, like, depending on what toad you get, as long as you do your research. Like with the cane toads, they're causing a lot of havoc in Australia at the moment, but that's because other species are eating them. And whether they're little or they're big, they're just as dangerous. So if they're eaten, but to hold them, they're not really a problem. To look after them, they're not really a problem.
Just do your research on the species that you're having. I found Shirley Aquatics to be exceptionally knowledgeable for what is effectively an aquatic centre. So I managed to get a lot of information from them. But Google in the invert world is your companion. You'll find out a lot of your information off of Google. I know I do care videos and stuff like that, but I always advise people to check Google. But let's have a look. What was mine? A southern toad. It's a true toad native to southern United States. Blah 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 blah. We want to have a quick look at their poison. When threatened, the southern toads make themselves look large and tip the heads downwards to expose their parathyroid glands to the would-be predators. The parathyroid glands produce buffotoxin, which can be toxic or foul tasting to different predators. Their eggs are also coated in the same toxin. I wonder if that toad there is actually poisonous to humans then. So frogtastic.
See, everything I researched on toads, as long as it doesn't really, like, you haven't got open wounds or you don't stick it in your mouth or anything like that, they're pretty much fine if you wash your hand.
Yeah, the poison is only harmful if ingested or rubbed into your eyes. But then, if you have a look at most household chemicals, it's the same type of situation. Obviously, that's a chemical, that's a poison, but then the clean-up process afterwards is very similar. Keep your hands washed, don't touch your face, don't touch your eyes, don't touch food matter. And then also any areas that you've been. Because after this stream, I'll clean this desk because I've obviously had the toads out. Always do. Watch out, they can give you warts. Most witches who kept toads. I don't know. I was practicing witch years and years and years ago. Never had warts. Cane toads have messed up some ecosystems. They got introduced somewhere, I think, Australia, and messed it up. Yeah, they got introduced to keep the cane fields beetle free, if I remember right. And yeah, they kind of just took over instead. But that was like the humans' fault, really, wasn't it? Let's put a fast breeding predator into an area where there is no other predators for them. Boom.
Research, that's all. Because they do that in a lot of places, like especially with, you know, when say like somebody has a species and it gets out and it multiplies and it causes like destructive chaos, then they bring in another species which is actually predator against that species, but then they don't always control it properly, and that's the problem.
It's very difficult, I think. And I think putting a predator into an area where it's not native is just a ridiculous idea.
Sometimes it works really, really well, especially when it comes to getting rid of non-native species, which is actually causing havoc. But then in other times it doesn't.
Hi, Mark.
I like that thumbnail. The mantis is well cute. From baby.
Arachnophilia, they did do it with fish. They did it with Zander in the UK. But now what they're suggesting is a Zander isn't as invasive species as what we originally thought.
How are you doing, Mark? How's Pete?
How did your injections go, Mark? There's a fish in South America waterways causing mayhem. There's several in the South American waterways. You're talking about gar?
I don't know, because pacu are causing quite a lot of problems in South America as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, the American crayfish in this country, yeah, you have to kill them. Yeah, signal crays. But the UK ones, the European ones, then you're supposed to put those ones back.
They've had quite a few problems with catfish. Is it Arapaima, and pacus, and there's a few other species they've had quite a few problems with.
Arowanas, pacus, garfish, alligator gar. But they're the ones where you see them spearfishing and you see them killing them on YouTube. Mark Ashton won't know for 4 weeks if I have to have any more. I hope everything's completely fine, Mark, and really, like, fingers crossed for you. You don't have to have any more, mate. Yeah, Ellie, apparently you named the one that he was looking at. Yeah, Placing the Pennines raises our own crayfish. There you go. I think our ones are slightly bluey browny colour, aren't they? And smaller than the signal.
I used to be big on fishing before I had kids. I used to go fishing. I still got like photos of when I used to catch bigger fish. I still got all my stuff, but haven't been, because I'm just like, oh, if my kids wouldn't sit there, they wouldn't.
I do miss fishing.
I plan on taking them when they're a bit bigger. So get them catching their first little catfishes and their first little perch.
The first fish Layla caught with me was a Zander.
Oh, well, what was my first fish that I ever caught? Oh God,
Swan mussels do need good clean water, Bailey. Arachnophilia says you can go fishing with his mate Carl over in Port Talbot.
I'm not going to track to Port Talbot to go fishing when there's other places I could go fishing, and it's probably less contaminated too.
One of my friends is absolute nutcase when it comes to fishing. He goes every weekend. Literally gets dropped off from work, and then he'll stay there all weekend cooking food, and he'll stay at the one pond until he's caught the biggest fish as well.
See, the problem with
But
Port Talbot is
he's
that's where all the energy supplies are at the moment, and all the energy factories. So all the runoffs go into the water there.
keep the water a bit warmer.
I'm a bit far from Port Talbot anyway. I'm about half hour away, so I'm closer to Bristol, I think, than to Port Talbot. Well, it's probably the same distance either way. Depends on how you drive. I'll tell you one thing that's good in Port Talbot though is surfing. You have nice waves on that side.
Right, Ellie, you all right for a minute if I go and grab a cigarette?
Oh yeah, carry on. I will just keep an eye on the chat. Hopefully somebody will keep me talking.
Right, back in literally 4 minutes. 5
That's all
minutes.
right. I needed to check what anecdotes I had actually, didn't I, Maurice? You wanted to know. It is actually the Aratus. Oh, it's a bit bright. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. I got that one anyway. High noon over Miami. Yeah, I have actually got a Aratus. That's the one that I've got. I knew that name ringed a bell. Ow! You little bugger. Better. Oh no, I only do like rollies. I don't do herbal remedies unless it comes with a teapot. Yeah, it's going all right. I've caught up with everything. I've got some few essays and assessments to get in, which aren't so easy, but they're coming along. We've got a big thing at the moment with the ozone layer. That's what we're doing. Oh, it doesn't send you to sleep if it comes in a teapot. Or you could also put it in cakes and bread and stuff like that. It's quite useful. What are you up to? Huh? What do you want? Sorry, the cats are bugging me. Well, I'm on my 3rd year now of design, so my design is almost finished. It's just the environmental engineering that I got to finish now. I'm doing environmental science this year, and then next year I'm doing environmental management and green energy. Bailey's bugs. That's cool. I quite like your thumbnail, Bailey's bugs. Did you do that yourself, or did you get someone else to do that? Because that's really cute. I like the little mantis. I used to keep mantises, but I got fed up of their short lifespans.
Hello.
Hello.
Mine's over there. Quickly. Trouble wants to say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, she's grown, haven't she?
Growing faster than I don't know what.
Did she get him out yet from high school? Oh wow, sorry that he passed away. Oh, that's cool. I've never been to a show. I only recently started in March. March was when I had my first tarantula. What did I have with a tarantula? I had tarantula and hissing roaches.
I didn't catch that.
Because I
Could you
wasn't
try again?
talking to you.
Echo, lights off.
Oh no, it's Siri.
Echo?
Just
Oh, Siri, make fart noises.
Alexa makes fart noises. I wasn't really in the bug world when the shows were on, and then I've missed them all this year with COVID, and plus I got to travel so far anyway. But that's why next time I'll travel and just stay at Scott's house.
I'll just turn Bailey's lights off. Echo, play fart noises. That is awesome. We've got the Echo, well, the Amazon Echo light thing in the front room. That's brilliant.
I got the big Alexa in the living room and the small Alexa in the kitchen.
It's an Echo Show.
Yeah, the Echo Show 5.
You know,
Who's back?
look, I got it off there.
Ah.
Porridge.
So I got Layla making a cup of tea over there, and she's chatting to me. Sorry.
Is she making you a cup of tea though?
Scott, you are closest, no? To Coventry to Warwick, closer than Birmingham to BTS. I am 20 minutes away from BTS. I actually work in that area. That's part of my engineer area is Warwick and Leamington. So Warwick Centre, where it's held, is actually on the edge of Leamington. Because the postcode will take you to the main gates, where that's not the way in at BTS, it's actually round the corner. So I drive around the corner in a different way. Andrew Bailey's Bull Blogs just sent me a picture of him in the dark. Yeah, you can jump in for a bit, Alex, if you want. If I can work out
Out in a bit.
how. Give me 1 second, just try and get the link.
Alex, you are going to be on your best behaviour though, aren't you?
Because the link that I've got is poo. Check this. Hello. 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 Right, Alex. Alex, message me on Facebook, and then I can send the link over to you.
Yes, Alex is naughty.
Mark's never been to BTS. Was hoping to go last year. Yeah, last yeah. So was I. My first show was BTS, and it was phenomenal. I'm kind of looking forward to the next show, but being on YouTube, I think, is going to be a hindrance into seeing what I want to go and look at. Do you know what I mean? Been to Bromseas and Bristol, same. Went to the Southern Invert show as well. That was nice. And the one over the Eastern. Sure, it was the Eastern. Let's bring
Oh,
Alex
who's watching?
on.
Hi, Alex.
Hello. I will be on my best behaviour, Ellie. So
Very
do.
There he is. There's Alex. Hi, Alex.
Alex is muted.
Boom.
It's all mute. Oh my god. Hello, can you see me?
That's why.
Boom. He is an angel. I'm not. I never give a shit.
Oh, butter would definitely melt in his mouth.
Wait for me. Can you hear me now?
Pardon?
Hello.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Alex, can you see the comment?
Who was that, Layla? What was that?
See the comment.
Can you see me? Can you hear me? Harry Potter?
Yeah. It was Voldemort.
No.
Hagrid.
No. The one that pretended that he did all these feats, but he never did. So all his books were lies.
See?
Yeah, Lockhart.
Told you, Ellie.
Gilderoy Lockhart. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Can you see me?
Morris says, "Hi Alex, Morris here. I'll stop taking the piss." He won't stop taking the piss. Morris,
Right.
Morris will chat sense, and then suddenly he'll just rip you, and then that's that.
Fair enough. I can take it.
What are you sucking on?
Passion fruit and wild mango.
If you get cheese flavour, it reminds you of the time that you spent with Lewis.
Oh no.
Mark, I haven't heard out of anything off Leah lately. The enemy speaks to her quite often.
She's not been very active at the moment.
But yeah, I hope to God she's okay. To be fair, I spoke to her a couple of times in December. Bailey's called to manage to get his light back on. For anyone that didn't clock that, when I said Echo lights off, it actually turned Andrew's lights off.
Probably turned it off for him again.
Actually, quite true. It is Morris. Yeah, Morris is all right till he's had a few beers.
I'm new to all this, so I've never met any of them yet.
Unfortunately, I'm just outspoken and say what I think half the time, and then it's like
Oh, yeah.
think about it afterwards and go, "Oh shit."
I'm not bothered. Nothing offends me.
Alex Murray says, "Are you a bug man, tease, etc.?" Not really, apart from millipedes and frogs.
Yes, millipedes and frogs. Oh, and my mum has agreed to let me have scorpions and tarantulas now.
Sweet. Oh, banging. Thank you very much, Layla.
Anymore.
Layla has just made me a cup of Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire is obviously the best in the world.
See, she's good girl. What am I on? I'm on.
What are you on? Coffee?
No, I got pepper tea.
Pepper tea?
No, pucker tea.
Tea?
Pucker.
What?
Pucker.
Pugger tea? Pucker tea?
Pucker tea? Where's this company? I've never heard of Pucker tea.
Go up the shop, ask for a box of Yorkshire tea, Ellie. Yorkshire
I'm
tea.
not sure in the cupboard. I just prefer the organic stuff.
Get Yorkshire. Like you think about organic when you go to McDonald's.
Saying that, I only go to McDonald's like once or twice a year.
Are you getting any more animals yet, Scott? Or
1 second. Layla?
Yeah.
Mark Ashton says, "Well done for making me a tea. He can't stand tea."
Oh. Well, he's a wagon wheel.
She says, "Mark, you're a wagon wheel because you don't like tea."
It's really polite, isn't she? A wagon wheel.
Yeah, I am planning a few new editions. Probably it was going to be the end of January, but now lockdown's happened. I can't get to the person,
Yeah.
so hopefully the end of February.
right? What's your plans?
Quite a lot is all
Wow.
I'm saying at the moment. Quite a lot.
I know. I think I've got a set of millipedes waiting off Nikki, a rainbow one, and then I'm not too sure yet what else.
Oh, them rainbow millipedes are cute. I've got one.
Have you got one?
Yeah, I got one, but it always seems to like to turn off.
I don't know. Lewis has sorted this one out for me, and because I was getting them off. I was looking at all around, but
I tell you what is a good shout for millipedes, and it's Venomous Visions.
yeah, I know Tony Webb.
Tony Webb.
Yeah, you hooked me up with him anyway.
Yeah, Tony. I've got so much time for that man. He's literally one of the invert world's nicest people.
Is it all this packaging like Bob on and everything?
everything's perfect, mate.
Yeah, right.
If there's one error, he will sort it out for you instantly.
Yeah, I was because I seen when you done one video on your unboxing, and then he sent you that thingy, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just like, yeah, boom, sorts it out immediately. I think I've had the one death with him, which was a true spider, which arrived dead, and he sorted it out straight away.
I've heard that.
But it happens. It does happen in transit. Things die.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that. You can't blame the sellers unless it's shit packaging. And Tony, it's never shit. It's always bang on.
No.
I find him, Hadley, and the Spider Shop to be perfect when it comes to packaging. And there's a lad called Dan Nesbitt as well.
Right.
I bought a few things off him, and they come beautifully packaged.
Yeah, I've never had any issues with packaging from anybody so far. All my packaging has been fairly great.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I've had a box that I sent out, and it was squished on the underneath. But you can't, and it broke the actual box that the invert was in. But you can't predict stuff like that.
No.
Yeah.
You know, and the boxes aren't reinforced, otherwise it costs more and all the rest of it. So what can you do? Dan, Andy Orms, etc. says Bailey's bug blog. Yeah, they're all good. How many truths do I have now, Scott? Ooh, 5 or 6, including the 2 Phalax. Actually, Mark, has Peter's Phalax turned out male or female? Arachnophilia's packed around 50. So far, so good. Yeah, I've never heard anything negative said about Morris's packaging, but I've never bought anything off him myself.
Who was that Tarantula guy who was on before? Oh,
Hadley.
Might have been him. I've heard he's...
Fantastic Tarantulas.
Yes, yes. I've heard he's...
Top geezer. But there's a couple of people that are classed as close friends. You've got Bailey's Bug Blog, you've got Dale, who was on earlier, and then you've got Hadley. Those guys are absolute beautiful, beautiful people. Really, really nice people.
Yeah.
Absolute gems in the hobby. And of course, Mark Ashton, he's all right, I suppose.
All right, suppose.
Mark's got heart of gold. Really has got heart of gold.
I've just started getting into it all. That's why I'm asking sort of for help and doing my research more though.
Benny's a very close. Benny's a good friend, Morris. But the ones that I've mentioned, I could go to with any problem at all and they'd help.
Yeah.
Any life problems. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm gonna disappear now.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna disappear now.
What, like this?
Nah,
I'm too fat, look. I can't disappear on a chair. I'm too fat. Nearly.
He's
I've been on here long enough. I've been on like 3 hours. I never go. It's the first time I've been on your stream in like ages. But I got stuff.
I've not been on for 3 hours. I've only been on for 2.5.
Almost 3 hours.
It's been down, Alex. Research. I was going to chill and watch Narcos, but this is more fun. I do love the True Spiders, Mark. Absolutely do. It's just always the same, isn't it, mate? It comes down to money.
They are expensive, them True Spiders, I've heard.
Depends where you go. There's a couple of places over in Germany which will send over. But if you do a substantial order, it works out really, really cheap. But I've done it once. But the problem is, well, Morris says if anybody's interested in spiders, he can send you the videos and a list of what he's got. I'll be interested in that, Morris.
I'll be interested in that
I
too.
don't think I need it.
But the problem with ordering from somewhere like Germany is their DWA rules are obviously a lot less potent than what we've got. So they can basically keep anything without having any worry.
All right,
So
boys.
the thing that worries me is, let's say you spend so much money with a German supplier and they
Yeah.
chuck a DWA one in there as a freebie. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing that
Yeah.
worries me from ordering too much from over that way.
Right. Because I know them mystery boxes are, you've got to be careful with them if you're a new starter, haven't you? So there's no, you don't deal with them.
Depends where you go. I know the Spider Shop do beginner boxes. If you're looking at Scorpions, I bought the mystery box of Stingy Boys just before Christmas, which contained the Simani, the Peter Sai, and the Spinnafer,
Right.
and that was 30 quid, and they were all minutive size. They were all really good sizes. I was expecting small juveniles, and I got adults and 2 adults and a sub-adult. I was really shocked. And when you consider a Peter Sai and a Spinnafer are normally between £15 and £25 each. I don't know what the price is for the adult Samanis.
Right.
It's an absolute bargain.
I like that fairing, that tank you've got for your Pac-Man frog.
See you later, boys. Enjoy your
See you
chat.
later.
See you later, Ellie. Take care.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining.
That's okay. Next time.
See you soon.
See you later. Remember, Yorkshire tea. Yeah, there's a video coming out on the Pac-Man frog because I made an absolute fatal error. So it's literally a schoolboy error.
Ah, right. Is that the one
so
you've? Is that one you've put on already?
Yeah.
I think that was all right, mate.
So yeah. Absolutely bang on. Everything was absolutely perfect. It's just one tiny mistake.
Right.
Cost quite a well. It didn't cost too much financially. The Pac-Man frog's completely fine. It was just the environment. So there's going to be a video coming out when I cover all the amphibians, which is probably going to be. Might do it this week actually.
Yeah,
but the amphibian videos, they don't get much views, but I love doing them, so I'm going to do it.
See, I like that. I've just got into the hobby because of all different, like Lewis and all that. Because have you got one of his giant millipedes at the moment?
Yeah, he left it here.
Yeah.
I've got 2. I think it is a male, and I've got the 2 females.
Yeah, he was telling me.
He left it here convinced that they'd breed, and I was like, mate, to train millipedes are almost impossible in captivity to breed. But you know what Lewis is like.
Yes, we do.
So
he's not. I don't know.
The amount of deals he gets and then gets cancelled is unreal.
Wow, does he get lots of deals coming through to him?
He does, yeah.
What for? Just spades and everything.
All sorts of types of little inverts and stuff like that.
I know, because he's hooked me up with that Nicky for them millipedes.
Nicky.
The one who come on before for a bit.
She's admin on 2 of my groups.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she.
I invert pets worldwide, and then reptile invert coalition.
Right.
I've got her as admin on both. I get on really well with her.
Yeah.
She got me the leeches last year.
Did she?
Just as a present, yeah. But she's had her millipede breeding really well.
Yes, that's why luckily I've got 2 of her rainbows. When they're there, I don't know. I know they'll be close because she don't want to send them out yet.
What she want to do? Wait for it to get a bit warmer.
Yeah, that's what she's told me.
Yeah. Oh, I've got some gastropods to send to her. Pancake slugs.
Ooh,
I started
Yeah.
off with 3, and now I've got got the 3 adults, and there's probably about 20 babies.
they're dead easy to keep though, them, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Just keep them warm, keep them damp, and give them vegetable matter.
Yeah.
I do put a bit of. I'll show you what. Once a month, I tend to. I cover their food with Nutribol,
Right.
but then literally twice a year I'll do the same with the spiders as well.
Has it just got something in it to?
This has got calcium, it's got D3, it's got all sorts. Vitamin A. It's got the amino acids. It's got monodihydrochloride. You've got the D3, vitamin A, vitamin E, chloride, magnesium, vitamin C, everything basically.
Yeah.
High calcium balancer and multivitamin mineral support, which if you've got frogs and toads, then you need this because you need to put a little bit of this on their food at least once a week.
Yeah, I've got some of that.
Sweet as. Arachnophilia says, Alex, have you got a channel?
Yes, I have. It's Alex's Animals World. If you want to go and subscribe, that would help my channel out quite a lot. Thank you. If you don't mind me shouting myself out, Scott.
Not one bit.
But I don't know what this was.
I don't mind shouting out or promoting anybody that is cool beans with me.
Well, I always
Just subbed Arachnophilia, just go yes sub. How much you selling the Pierodia for, Bailey's Bug Blog? Because I think I've got about 10 left. I'm getting some off Dale, but I need a lot for something that's going to be coming on the channel. It's just going to be massively epic.
There is going to be uploads for me at the moment, but I've had to come and stay at my nan's because my sister, it's a cold, but she mixed with some people with COVID and all that, so she might have had it, but we don't know. So it's all right. I haven't got it, so.
Well, I mean, my best mate, he come down with the cold. I got it, and then we were spending a bit of time together before lockdown because he's part of my social bubble.
Yeah.
But he went for about 4 tests. They all come back negative. But
Yeah.
last weekend, I think the cold started on like Thursday, Friday, and then over the weekend it just wiped me out completely. I was struggling, got to the top of the stairs. I was just physically knackered, so I had to stay in bed most of Sunday.
Yeah.
But then I was getting pains in my back, and I thought that was separate. And I was getting really worried about him, thinking, "Oh, he's getting the same ones." So I was like, "Ah, thank fuck."
Both being
Andrew,
to
you're
each other.
a fucking star. Even if I did turn your light off.
Archie for Billy. Can't even pronounce that.
So I'm going to ask everybody in the chat the worst question to answer ever. What is your favourite invert? Species specific. I find that is such a difficult question to answer. It's like taking a kid into a candy shop and going, pick one sweet.
I've got my tropical tanks here. I was like fish tanks and that. I love them. And I have got a tropical tank, just reset it all up again.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, it would probably be, much as I haven't got them, it would be tarantulas. It would
God,
actually be
when you get
tarantulas.
into spiders,
When am I getting some? Hopefully February, when it's all warmed up a tiny bit. And
are you still at work?
it hardly at the moment. He's saying we are, and we're not, kind of, because we work on a farm. But
What do you do on the farm?
crops like wheat and all that. But he's just going. He's starting to do animals now.
Morris might have some slings. He says.
Oh,
Arachnophilia.
I'll have to. Does he have Facebook or anything?
Do you know who he is on Facebook?
No.
I'll have a quick.
Because I think you've just like literally sent me all the best people you can.
It's basically people that I trust.
Yeah.
For me to trust somebody takes a lot. It takes a lot. I don't trust anybody and everybody. And once that's trust broken, then I'll come for you, which I've done in the past.
Yeah, I'm the same like that. Because of what's happened to me in past, not really had much trust in people.
That's Arachnophilia's Facebook.
No, I think I'll have a look when I've come off this.
Zombie Darkblade says, "Long live, dude." Oh yeah, oh yeah. Still gaming.
That's fine if they're about to hatch. What size tub will you need for about them though?
No, got to sleep as at work at 7 a.m. And me, I've got to get up at 7. In fact, I don't know. I have got a job in the morning, but I've not looked where it's going. Cosby.
Well, what type of job's that tomorrow?
Half an hour drive. The first job is repairing a scissor lift.
Fair enough.
So that, in more than likely with the weather conditions, will probably be an O-ring.
Right.
Because they've got a valve block and the valves just slide into the valve block on the hydraulics. So you just crack it open, pull it out, change the O-ring, put it back in.
Oh, simple job.
And then top it back up with hydraulic fluid, yeah.
Simple then. No, but because I've only started all my animals and that because I go through a lot of mental health. So
sorry,
I've only started on doing all my inverts and that because my mental health and that, and it just keeps me focused.
All got mental health, dude. Got the battle scars from it all and all sorts, man.
Same.
Every one of my friends tells me I'm unique and different to everybody else and all this, that, and t'other. I don't
think you're a cool guy, man.
It's just one of them, innit? Cheers, appreciate that.
No worries.
Arachnophilia wants to be the first to have slings in 2021. Haha, someone has to look after key workers. Yeah. But you're a key worker yourself as well, though. I went bloody clinically insane.
Oh,
I got carried away when I was a teenager and into early 20s with different bits and bobs. As an adult, just I don't see the world like everybody else. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Bad days, I see it as the most evilest thing I've ever come in contact with, and good days, it's the most amazing, crazy world that I've ever been in.
That's how my brain works. It's funny. I can wake up and if
And then-
one of them moods, that's it. It's gone.
Communicating as well. Sometimes I can be absolutely epic, and then other days it's just like I really ain't got time.
It's
I
exactly
do
the same.
struggle.
It's like I've got time for people, but if you've not got time for me, then just don't bother.
Yeah, exactly. It's frustrating. It's difficult, especially when you get older, mate, and you get kids, and you have you got your family, and then you got your Facebook, your Instagram, YouTube. It gets difficult to get back to people all the time, but I've got a lot of time for a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I've noticed that when you've been messaging me and helping me out through certain stuff, and I'm grateful for that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Mark Ashton just wants more animals in 2021. I think arachnophilia. Morris says, "Where's your farm at, Alex? And
Crofton.
where you from, boyo?"
I am from Northwest,
Northwest.
Southport. If that'll make it easy for everyone. Because I'm
Wow.
not from a
Andrew,
little.
that sounds.
What's that?
That sounds like that sounds like when I came off fucking drugs. He was kept awake for days on end due to some IV steroids the doctors gave him. When I come off the drugs, mate, I was awake for nearly 2 weeks. I must have slept at points. Do you know what I mean? But it was horrible.
Exactly the same. I was bad.
Exotics Radio Podcast says, finally made a live show. Love and support from Sweden. Thank you so much. Big love. Big love. I think you're literally my only subscriber from over Sweden. So thank you so much. That's absolutely crazy to have somebody watching from all the way from Sweden. So if you are not subscribed to Exotics Radio Podcast, please make sure you do and show the Scots Army love.
Oh, yeah.
Moon over Miami. They're from CA in the USA. Night, my love, Liz, says Zombie Darkblade. Night, Zombie. Take care.
No, it's from me too.
And I hope work's easier than what it sounds tomorrow for you. USA is somewhere where I'd love to go next year. 2022, but whereabouts? There's just so many cool places. It's unbelievable.
I know
Absolutely
they've got there's some nice animals over there too.
California, Texas, they're two on my wish list for definite.
I can see you transferring some animals back over.
Hey, no, you can't take them. You can't bring them back. No, it's all got to be done through paperwork.
Right.
So for stuff like that, you're better off just going to Spider Shop.
Yeah. Where did you get your Pac-Man frog from?
Got that from Nottinghamshire. Medusa Reptiles.
I know Donny, that reptile show is meant to be good.
For anybody that's on the stream, keep wondering why I keep looking over there. It's because my phone's here. I do get the comments up on the phone, but my laptop's over here, so that it comes up almost instantly, so I can get back to you. So Bailey's Book Blog says, Scots Inverts, ask Alex if he said he was from Croston.
Yes. I am from I'm from Croston sort of, but like I work in Croston, but I live in Rufford.
Since Moon over Miami wants me to go to Bearzona in AZ. It's AZ Arizona, because Arizona is also on the hit list because of Twilight. Before you have a go at me, before you start slating me for liking Twilight. So shit, I like Twilight.
I'm not going to say, yeah.
Bailey's book blog lives 3 miles away from that. Is it Croston?
Oh.
How far away are you from Croston?
I'm literally like 4 miles.
So you pair well close then. Literally within 10 miles.
We could. What does he have though? What does?
What do you mean?
No, he lives in Hesketh Banks.
He
No,
don't, he
I'm
don't
sure-
sell. He's just Andrew is a wealth of information.
Yeah.
He's been keeping for a long time. Has got some absolutely amazing stories from like back in the day. Also on like UK species as well.
Right. What does he keep?
I will do Moon Over Miami. I'll have a look at that after the stream. Bailey's Bug Blogs. He breeds poodles.
Ah,
Stoves poodles. When they dye them all pink,
yeah,
the bows and stuff like that. That's what Bailey's Bug Blog does.
fair enough.
He was one of the first was it cross dressers in the early 90s as well. No, he don't do poodles, and he's not a cross dresser. He's just he mainly keeps tarantulas and true spiders at the minute. Exotic Radio Podcast. Serious question. I was hit with a pesticide from the apartment above. It travelled through the vents, and I spent a lot of money on keeping my collection. Tips to avoid this in the future. Ooh, you'd probably need where the ventilation system is. You're going to need some real high class filtration system set up. Would have thought. Shut windows. Yeah. Apart from keeping windows shut, any ventilation that you've got coming in, you're gonna have to put some sort of filter over it. What? I don't know. Moon Over Mammy, you can touch buffalo from a bus and you can drive through it. Wow. Yeah, Arachnophilia says kill your neighbour. That's I would flip out. I must admit, I would flip out. Not easy. I heard damp sheets over a collection may help. Yeah, I would love to see the buffaloes. That it's just the whole the really like the American lifestyle from like the late 90s. All the films that came out and come over here from there. I just want to go and see if the streets are really that long. You know, if Route 66 is that long.
I was about to say about Route 66.
It's the desert as it is. Is Texas like it is in the films? You know, is there still cowboys? Is the Bronx as bad as they say and as good as they say? Yeah, and Arizona, it's the trees. The trees look absolutely massive, and as well as Twilight being filmed there, obviously. Scott, you would love the Midwest. I know, mate. I know. The only problem with somewhere like Texas is hats don't suit me, and I would absolutely love a proper cowboy hat. But I think I'd look like a twat. Exotics podcast says 3,000 or 300 euro with a vet, lost a sling and a juvenile, pumped a lot of money into the air purifiers, and that seemed to work so far. I just don't want to repeat. You see, I mean, I'm Grand Canyon, yes, mate. First time I seen the Grand Canyon was in the Superman films. That blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. Bailey's Bug Blog says still buzzing that this lad is from Roughford. Alex, I've sent you Bailey's profile on Facebook in Messenger.
And
yeah, add him up.
I'll add on
Andrew is literally, like I say, he's such a nice guy. Yeah, Exotic Radio's podcast. I mean, we live in a house. Pesticides. I usually use like in the odd back garden, probably not as much as what you think over here. So we haven't really got the same issues. So I haven't come across that problem. But what Bailey's Bug Blog suggests is like a damp sheet over your collection. But if you spend money on air purifiers that attaches to the air intake, then I should imagine that's probably going to be a good idea, because I would address the air coming into the flat from the side where the pesticides come down. Do you know what I mean? So if there's an air vent there, then you're obviously going to need some sort of filtration system set up there to stop a pesticide coming through. What filtration? I have no idea. Rick, Croston, nice, good pubs. They got good fish and chips. Yeah, West Head Chippy.
No, that is a good chippy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Banging chippy, Alex.
The Northwest. The only best fish and chips you're going to get is Blackpool, though.
No.
Or Whitby.
Whitby's nice, yeah. Up on the northeast coast of Scotland.
Yeah.
Let me just I can't remember what the name of the place is. Let me just have a quick look on the map.
Oh.
And I shall tell you. This is a decent map.
Foul chippy is good.
Yeah, I stayed in a hotel with work when I put stands up in shops.
Yeah.
Up on the northeast, brought up in the northeast of Scotland, and it was literally the dock was a proper working dock, brought fish in and everything else, and the chippy was right next to it. And oh my fucking god, I don't know what they were doing to it, but it was banging. Also in Scotland, square sausages, mate. Boom.
Yes. Also, there's a Cornwall Land's End. There's a good chippy down there, but the fish is like fresh every day, so
Oh yeah.
proper fresh fish. Yes, Bailey,
Andrew
I've got to
lives
agree
near
with
the
you.
booths in Hecky Bank. Lives near the booths in Hecky Bank. Takes his camera to Mere Sands Wood to snap the wildlife.
I've probably bumped. Is that Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've probably bumped into you when I've been on walks and probably spoke to you. I'm always out and about walking that area.
Try battered chips at Pete's for the first time. Gorgeous. Birmingham, but we can come back with our curries. Right, I am going to give it 5 minutes and then end the stream. We've been live for nearly 3 hours. So those of you that have been on from the start, thank you so much, especially for sticking with the channel for like 3 hours, man. I really appreciate it. And in light of what's happened over the last sort of 6 months, really appreciate the support everybody's shown as well. Thank you so much.
I was on it, but I was just busy doing all other stuff as well. So
yeah. That's what I end up putting my the missus got me some wireless earphones for Christmas.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, they are amazing. Them.
I didn't even think I would have never thought to buy them myself, but she got them me, and they're fucking brilliant. So when somebody's live's on, I usually whack them in while I'm doing feed-ins or something.
Yeah, well, that's what I was doing before. I was just messing about and still on. You know, when you started, I was straight on it.
Yeah, it's good. I like listening to the lives, and
Because you find out information and there's all different stuff going on.
it's well, especially with lockdowns and stuff like that. It's just nice to listen to something.
Yeah,
Listen
it
to a
is.
conversation. Do you know what I mean?
Because it is
almost
going
like
to
new
be, it is
people.
going to be
in a way.
hard for some people at the moment who can't really
Oh,
see
yeah.
anyone.
Exactly.
But
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
I'm
I
hopefully going
think
to do a live soon, but I'm not too sure yet.
I'm going to end the stream now, so I can spend a little bit of time with the other half before it's bedtime.
Don't blame me. That's my plan. Well,
Thank you so much for watching from all the way in Sweden and in California as well. That is phenomenal. Thank you so much. Everybody else, well, all of you guys, I really, really do appreciate your time and support. The fact that you watch my videos and just subscribe and everything else you've done is just thank you so much. You just, yeah, you guys don't know, really don't know what it means, man. Moon Over Miami just found your channel. Thank you so much. Moon Over Miami, if you have just found my channel, the last couple of videos have only been short videos. I do a lot of like care videos and stuff like that. If you've got a spider or anything like that, I do a bit of requests on the care every now and again, and I'm going to start shouting out the odd subscriber at the end of videos as well. Right, everybody, again, thank you so much for joining the live and spending nearly over 3 hours with myself, Alex, Ellie, Ben, and obviously Hadley from Fantastic Tarantulas earlier, and as
Dale as well.
Yeah, Spider-Man 1978. But yeah, thank you so much, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.
So thank you for letting me join, Scott.
Not a problem. See you later, everybody. Thank
See
you
you
again
later.
so much.
Look after yourself.
See you later.
See you later.